Yes, finally. Hang on, let me check if my mic is actually working. Yep, there it goes. Um, this has been a long time coming, and by a long time coming, I literally mean just like a couple weeks time coming. Um, but I'm finally gonna be doing a character tier list for Project Eden's Garden. Initially, I was just gonna do Eden's Garden, and then if I had time, I would go to Danganronpa. But you know what? I said, screw it. I am gonna do everybody over here. Because I found a tier list that has all the Danganronpa characters, plus Project Eden's Gardens characters, which is perfect. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, the actual tier list did not have our beloved Damien over here. I just added him because he is definitely a irrelevant character. I do not care what anybody says. He is going to be included in this list. So, what is the plan? The plan is I'm gonna start off by doing a separate tier list only for Project Eden's Gardens characters. So we're gonna start off with that, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna reset everything, and then I'll be doing a whole Danganronpa plus Eden's Gardens tier list. So everything will be combined together at the very end, but at the moment, I do want to do a separate Project Eden's Gardens tier list first, because we're gonna get that done. The other thing I want to mention is I've added a tier over here, and the other one that says indifferent, because, yeah, there's probably gonna be some characters that I have absolutely no opinions on, especially since we're so early in the game that we don't know much about them, but I have that over there. This is saved for a very specific character that you're gonna see in like a couple moments. S is obviously gonna be my favorite characters. A is gonna be for like amazing characters that are just under my favorites. B is gonna be for, oh, they're cool. They could have been done better if we wrote them, if they had more screen time, or if they didn't die so suddenly or so early on, so and so. And then difference, I've explained that already. C is gonna be, they could have been better. They're wasted potential. Mostly, C is mostly gonna be for like wasted potentials, I think. Um, D is obviously screw this character. I do not like them. And then E is literally gonna be for the worst, the absolute worst of characters that I do not care about. Um, I'll probably be adding a tier above S later once I do all the characters called the best. But for now, we are gonna stick with that. Okay, I am excited. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to mention. When I do the tier list for Project Eden's Gardens, I can account for the free time events. Because at this point, we still don't know a lot about everybody. So in my opinion, it's fine to include the free time events. Though I know for sure I'm not gonna put a huge focus on the free time events at the end of the day. But when it comes to doing the other tier lists while combining the other characters from Danganronpa, mostly I'm not gonna include the free time events, and that is gonna be for a couple reasons. The first reason is I played all these games a long time ago and I forgot 95% of the free time events that I've done. I'm not gonna lie to you, but and I'm too lazy to go back to watch everything. I just don't think I need to do that. The second reason is, in my opinion, when I do these tier lists after finishing all the games, the free time events should not be a main focus for doing the tier list. I want to do this tier list based on the character, him or herself, and their usefulness in the story, the relevance in the story, what kind of part do they play in the story, and just them as a character in general within the scope of the main plot, if that makes any sense. I just want the tier list to be based off the main story in general, without accounting for the free time events. Because in my opinion, in order for a character to be awesome, in order for a character to be written amazingly so, you don't have to go out of your way to do some kind of optional event to see that about them. It should be enough for you to do the main story to see them shine. That's what makes a character good. That's what makes them amazing. That's what makes them deserve to be on the top somewhere over there. So, obviously there's gonna be biased opinions here and there. Not everybody is gonna be on S just because they're written good. Nah, or they're really useful to the plot or whatever. Some characters, I just find them stunning, you know? Maybe their character design is awesome, maybe I just vibe with them, whatever. Whatever it is. It's Danganronpa, there's bound to be biased opinions everywhere. And we should just accept that. Anywho, we're gonna get started on the tier list. Obviously, a note before I start, this is just my opinion, and my opinion alone. You can go ahead and make your own tier list. Don't get butthurt over anything I say, and do not get anal about my opinion, because I know the Danganronpa fandom pretty well, and I know how much of a pain in the ass they can be. So, with that out of the way, let's get started with Project Eden's Gardens tier list, baby. Whew. Okay, I have not given everything much of a thought. So, first things first. Mara, and she is straight up gonna go in the... Hang on, let me pin the images. There we go. Straight up gonna go to the indifferent list. We know absolutely nothing about this woman. She did not say a single word throughout the whole playthrough so far. So, I can't put her anywhere else. I mean, you know, there's no reason for me to put her anywhere below, because she hasn't done anything yet, and there's no reason for me to put her anything above indifferent. She has absolutely no screen time, so she's gonna stay there for now. I know for sure this tier list for Project Eden's Garden is gonna change after each chapter comes out. I think what I'm gonna do is, after every chapter comes out, I'm gonna redo a tier list, to see how my opinion has changed. But for now, as far as chapter 1 goes, she's gonna stay here because we know nothing about her. I am excited to see more of her, though. I do think she's gonna, like, you know, play a huge role later on. Hopefully. Hopefully. Anywho, Winona! Oh my god. A, and nothing else. She is the best girl in Project Eden's Garden, and I don't care about any other opinion about that. She does not give a single shit about anybody in the game unless you're Ulysses, which pop off queen slay, I guess. I completely love her for that. And it's not like she's just a dickhead, you know. She's a smart dickhead. That's the thing. She's a smart asshole, and I love her for it. She's also really nosy, especially when she just clocked Ava in that moment where Ava was talking about how nobody should view anybody's profile, and Winona was like, really, girl, that's not gonna work on me. I am gonna be nosy, and I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. And yeah, pop off. I just don't see her being anywhere else. I love her character design. She hasn't done much in the story yet, but in her free time event, oh my god, her free time event was one of my favorites, because most of the time she just keeps on putting Damon down. She keeps on roasting him, and it just kept on going. I was like, girl, go ahead, do it. I love Damon, but you're awesome for what you're doing. Somebody needs to do that. Somebody needs to show him that he is not the king of all kings, and she does an amazing job at that. Love you for that. You're gonna stay there where you deserve. Ingrid. Ooh, Ingrid. Another A. Underrated character. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I know maybe some people don't love her accent. I do. I love it so much. It's so motherly. Her whole character is so motherly, and I would love to be her friend. I find the mother-daughter dynamic between her and Toshiko the cutest thing ever in this game. And I don't like Toshiko that much, but even I acknowledge how cute their dynamic is. And unfortunately, I have a feeling Ingrid is not gonna survive in the game, but I know that the developers said they're gonna deviate from the typical stereotypes from Danganronpa, but I still, for some reason, I still feel like Ingrid is gonna die. She is not surviving. Alio, oh my god, he caught a stream. Anywho, Ingrid, A, deserved. I love her character design. First things first, muscular women. I love them. They're my favorite. Oh my god, they're so attractive. Ah, you cannot change my mind. But her personality, she's so pure. She is so pure. And her talent is also really badass. Oh my god, her talent. Are you serious? She does not deserve to be anywhere but A. So, yeah, she's staying there. Um Eloise. Ooh. Okay, Eloise is one of those characters that I feel like my opinions on her are gonna change. Like, my opinion on her is gonna fluctuate throughout the chapters. I have a great feeling about that. And hang on, let me put her somewhere first. At the moment, I am gonna put her in C. Hmm. I don't have. She just doesn't have a big impact on me, to be honest. So far she is portrayed as the shy girl. She's timid, but especially after doing her free time event, I can tell that she's got some of that darkness in her, and she is probably cray cray on the inside. And I don't think she's gonna be cray cray in like a psychotic way, like some Danganronpa characters. Haha, looking at you, chapter 3 culprits. No. I think her darkness within her is gonna be valid. I think she's one of those characters that just went through so much, and she's basically just a bomb that's waiting to explode. I just see it. I just see it. And I don't know why, she just gives me chapter 3 victim slash killer vibes. I don't see her surviving. No, I think she's either gonna be a victim or she's gonna be a culprit. So far she's a sweetheart, but again, she didn't leave much of an impact on me, and yeah, I just wanted to throw this out there. If she dies, if she kills somebody, I am not gonna be surprised. Eh, I do think her relationship slash bond with Desmond is pretty cute so far. Oh my god, it's so wholesome. I ship them. But I am also scared at the same time, because we have so many dynamics, so many friendship dynamics in Project Eden's Garden so far. We have a lot of pairs. And obviously, if they're not all gonna survive, and I feel like some of these pairs, or like a couple of them, are bound to betray each other. Either they betray each other, or one of them is gonna betray the other. And I would not be surprised if the Eloise and Desmond dynamic falls apart because she turns cray cray or something. So, yeah. If anything happens, I'm not gonna be surprised. So, yeah, Eloise is staying in C. She's just not my cup of tea. Again. Also, let's talk about her character design for a second. That hairstyle, immediately, that's the first reason she's going in C, by the way. I fucking hate that hairstyle. It's so weird. It's so ugly. Like, girl, let's help you out with fashion, okay? Let's lend you a hand with that hairstyle. I feel like you're gonna look much better with a hairstyle that's different than this. I don't know what's going on with that hair, but it's gotta go. Okay, it's gotta go. Hang on, Leo. Let me read your texts. Eloise is so killer or accomplice. Exactly. Oh my god, dude, she is not surviving. This girl is definitely gonna be a culprit. Yeah. Either accomplice or culprit, but I'm gonna be real with you. I think she's gonna be a culprit, not even an accomplice. Straight up just killing somebody. Anywho, moving on. Cassidy. Oh my god, everybody's favorite queen. Yeah, she's gonna go up there. She's the ultimate pro gamer. She's so relatable to everybody. She's so funny because she relates to us as gamers. That means she has to be everybody's favorite character because she's so relatable. She's the ultimate gaming waifu. No, fuck you. I don't give a shit. You're going down there. Easily the worst character in Project Eden's Garden. Of course, my opinion on her might change later. I don't know. Like I said earlier, as we go on with the chapters, as we finish them, my opinions on some characters might change. But Cassidy Amber, so far, you're going in E. I do not vibe with this character at all. Out of all of the characters, I mean, I love most of Project Eden's characters, but Eden's character just feels so forced. And what I mean by that is her ultimate talent. It just feels like her talents and her whole gamer references and personalities are just so forced upon us, you know? It's like she exists. She's written for the sake of being like this ultimate pro gamer character who's gonna be relatable to you because you're also a gamer and you should love her because she's gamer girl too. Ultimate waifu. Haha. And like her jokes never land. All these gamer jokes she has, they just never land. She is so cringe. Her dialogue is so bad. It's so corny. It's so cheesy. I do not vibe with her jokes at all. Her personality just feels again, her whole character is just so forced. This whole gamer girl part about her is just it's not it. Like it just feels like that's her whole personality, if you know what I mean. Her being a pro gamer is her whole personality, and there's definitely nothing else about her except being a gamer. Um, if you want a good comparison, take Chiaki for example. Since this is a fan game, obviously I'm allowed to make comparisons. Chiaki is a gamer character done right, in my opinion, because throughout playing Danganronpa 2, I never felt like her being a gamer, an ultimate gamer, is her only personality. You know, it definitely just felt like it was her talent, and it was her talent, and that's it. She never felt like, you know, she was forced upon us as this ultimate gamer waifu, you know? Gaming is not the only thing she talks about. It's not her whole personality. She never has these corny ass gaming jokes that just never land. She is a gamer character that's done right, and I feel like with Cassidy Amber, they were trying to make her Chiaki 2.0, but she just failed in every aspect. No, she's staying in E. I'm sorry, I can't. She's just not my type of character. Like above all else, she's not my type of character. But she just feels forced, in my opinion, and she's just gonna stay there. Obviously, if you like her, that's your opinion. Go ahead. Who am I to judge? You love gaming waifus. I don't care. It's your thing. Pop off. Whatever. But this is my tier list, and I'm gonna put her wherever the hell I want. The only thing I will say, the only good thing about her character is her voice actress. Oh my gosh, her voice actress does such an amazing job in voicing her. I cannot praise her enough. Dude, I think Cassidy Amber's voice direction in the game is one of the best because God, again, her voice actress just does such an amazing job. There's so much expression and emotion going on within her dialogue. And yeah, her voice actress, that's the best part about her character. Also, her hat, she needs to let that go. That hat makes her look so ugly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, like, it's really not helping her in any way possible. But anyway, moving on from Cassidy, she's staying there, yeah. Um, Kai, you know where this guy is going. S. S. He is one of my two best boys from this game. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about him. He's first of all, he's gorgeous. His character design, flawless. I love him. I love the whole pink vibe about him. I also really like when it comes to his personality. He, at first, you might think he's like another Hagakure or Kazuichi or who else from V3. Miyu, except I mean, minus the horny vibes. But like, you would think he's just this wimpy character who just keeps crying and is always scared. And while that is a huge part of him, um, one thing that I really like about him is that he is not an idiot. Unlike Hagakure being useless and Kazuichi being a fucking idiot most of the time, Kai is actually smart. He's actually very down to earth. very reasonable in class trials. At least I don't recall so far ever looking at statements he made in the class trial where I was like, seriously, Kai, you're so dumb. You're so fucking stupid. Take that statement back. I never felt that way. And I'm seriously glad that the developers it just feels to me like they're learning from Danganronpa, you know? They see all these characters that were annoying or useless or irrelevant in some sense. They take some of their personalities, but they make them 10 times better. He is awesome. Oh my god. I love him so much. I would love to be his friend. I would love to be his friend. Maybe his boyfriend. I don't know. But anyways, oh yeah. Oh yeah. His oh my god, his dynamic with Damon, perfect. They are boyfriends and nobody can convince me otherwise. I am so happy that they get to be buddy buddies. At first, you would have thought that it was gonna be Damon and Ava being the buddies for the rest of the game, but nope, bitch. Turns out it's Guy. It's Kai. Guy. Oh my god, it's Kai, motherfuckers. He is gonna be Damon's buddy slash gay roommates for the rest of the game, and I have never been happier in my life. I love them so much. I hope nothing ever bad happens to him. Please live, Kai. I love you. Oh my god. He's so princess coded. He is. Oh my god, he is. I love him so much. I love him. I don't know. He's like he's not too smart, but he's also not an idiot. His character just feels very realistic when you put someone like him in a killing game. I just feel like his reactions are very down to earth. They're very real. He just sounds very human to me as opposed to a lot of other Danganronpa characters. Which I mean, I don't mind how, you know, unrealistic the other characters are. Obviously, it's a video game and it's Danganronpa. They're very creative with their characters, but he's just a breath of fresh air in terms of his normal personality, you know? But now you might be wondering, oh, why the fuck is your favorite guy not over here? Why did you make this tier list for? Well, what's up with that? That's kind of weird. Well, that tier list is saved for our Lord and Savior, our baby Jesus, Damien, baby. Yes, this is a very objective tier list. Damien, he deserves no other tier than SSS plus, baby. The best character in Danganronpa, in Fanganronpa, in Project Eden's Garden, in the Danganronpa universe. I don't care. He's staying there. Oh my god. Those posters, they are better than any personality you've seen in any character ever. That speaks volumes, seriously. His posters speak volume for his personality. It just tells you everything about him. Who cares about Damien's screen time in game when you got his posters? They tell you exactly about how beautiful he is, about his whole personality, and that's it. You don't need anything else. He stays there. Gorgeous man, hot man, stays there. The ultimate fan service, I would like to call him. I also found out, by the way, ouch. I went to Wikipedia and I found out that his animal motive is a cat, which, hell yeah, that's why he's the best. If his animal is a cat, he's staying there. The other thing is, apparently he has an ultimate talent, which I never knew. First things first, I didn't even know he has a name. I always just thought he was celebrity hot male in the game until I saw his page on the Wikipedia. So, yeah, his name is Damien, which I didn't know before until now. His animal motive is a cat, and the third thing is that he has an ultimate talent. It's like the ultimate volleyball player or something, which I'm like, wow, thanks for the info. I didn't know that existed. But who needs to know about his ultimate talent when you can just go in your dorm room every single night and stare at his gorgeous, gorgeous abs? Yeah, he's gonna stay there. Best boy. Please do not take this tier list seriously. Yeah, just just to point this out, this is a joke. This is a joke for the dense people out there that don't understand what a joke is. Yes. Anywho, moving on. Mark. Ooh, Mark. I don't know if I should put him in indifferent or C. Hmm. I think I'm gonna put him at no. I don't know. I'm indifferent. Yeah, I'm indifferent towards this man. Um, he hasn't really done anything so far that impresses me or anything that makes me hate him so far. He's just there. He's one of those characters that kind of just exist at the moment. I literally have no opinion on him. He hasn't done anything. He's just there. Um, the only thing about his character is that he is Jet's quote unquote buddy. He just hates him. So, yeah, I don't even know what else to say about him. He's the ultimate musician, I think, or ultimate composer, or whatever it is, DJ, I think. Something that has to do with music. So his talents is pretty cool. I think his character design is fine. It's not the most memorable. I love his hair and I love his beanie, but other than that, he's kind of just there. I don't really want to say his dynamic with Jet is cute because he kind of doesn't like him. So, yeah. At the same time, though, he doesn't push him away really. So that kind of tells me that deep down inside, he is probably craving that love. He's craving that attention. He kind of enjoys it, but he's probably confused. He might not know why he's feeling the way he is, so he's just not directly telling Jet to fuck off, basically. He's kind of accepting it a little bit. So his character direction could go two ways. I mean, with the dynamic that it's going with Jet, he's either gonna keep on hating him, or something is gonna happen to Jet, and Mark is gonna regret not giving him the attention that he could have given him this whole time. And I am thinking it might be going towards the latter statement I made, where something might happen to Jet, and he's probably gonna regret not being his buddy the whole time. Because I don't think Jet's gonna end up being a bad guy. I really don't. I think he's giving me a huge victim vibe. Or if he's gonna be a culprit, well, his reason for murder is probably just gonna be either an accident or he's protecting Mark or something. I don't know. Something. But I just don't see Jet being a culprit, so when something bad happens to him, Mark is definitely gonna, it's gonna impact him. Either that, or this is an early theory. This is a very early theory. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm taking a shot. Mark is the mastermind. Yeah. I don't know what it is about this man. I think he might be the mastermind. Hear me out. Hear me out. There was a time in the game where he said something that was exactly what Izuru Kamakura said before. I think he said something along the lines of like, "Oh, some people are boring and talentless and average," or something along those lines. But it was something that Izuru Kamakura has said a million times before, and I was like, "Wow, I don't know if that's supposed to be an intentional reference or not, but that's that's making Mark kind of sus to me for no, for that sole reason. I'm keeping my tabs on him. I'm keeping my eyes on you, Mark. That's literally the only reason I'm looking at him. But that's gonna be my early theory. Anywho, other than that, he's just kind of a boring character so far to me. So far, he's just there. Desmond, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. Yeah, he's gonna be there. Desmond and Kai, my best boys from Project Eden's Garden. Although I think I like Desmond a bit more than Kai. I am gonna put these in order. Like, even if they're on the same tier, I'm gonna put them in order. So mine would be like Desmond, then Kai. But oh my god, the difference is so slight. Ugh, it's ever so slight. But no, Desmond's my favorite. This guy, he literally has zero beef with anybody in the game. He he's just there. He's just a safe character. I don't know. He just vibes with everybody. He's so down to earth. He's so reasonable. He's not, well, quote unquote quirky. He's just a normal guy. He really is just a normal guy, and I love that for him. I love that for him. I want to date him. He's so attractive. His ultimate talents is beautiful. Oh my god, just seriously, look at him. Look at him trying to shoot. He's so hot. I love him. I love everything about his character design. It's so beautiful, and I just vibe with his character. I feel like if he was a real person, I want to be his friend, you know? Maybe something more, something more. Yeah, we could cuddle in bed and do other things. We could make out. Yes, I'm horny on main. I don't give a shit. He's awesome. But yeah, he stays there. His free time event, it was it was there. I mean, we learned a little bit more about him, but his free time event was nothing special really. All we learned though was that he is hot and he is very athletic. I mean, seriously, I still remember how he says he used to regularly work out for like what 5 hours. I don't know if he said he used to or he still does it, but goddamn, dude, if that's the case, you better show up shirtless at some point in the game. I want to see those muscles. Otherwise, I am gonna give this game a 0 out of 10. But yeah, best boy, I love you. Anywho, Tozu. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I don't know why Tozu looks so different in this picture. I don't recall seeing this before, but he has hair for some reason. He looks more human in this picture. He looks very different. I will say he looks a lot better in this little image I'm seeing right now. I'm gonna put Tozu in B. I could put him in A, but we don't know much about him. Actually, I would put him in like a lower A. Like if we're talking about a tier, a non-existent tier, an imaginary one being like A plus or A minus, I would put him in A minus. So I think I would put you. Ooh, I don't want to make another A tier, though. I'll put you like the very first of B. The very first of B. Tozu is awesome. Tozu is everything Monokuma couldn't be. I'll be real with you. I mean, hey, Monokuma is the mascot, the icon of Danganronpa. He's a very unique bear. He has an awesome design or whatever, but goddamn, does he get annoying like 85% of the time. His voice is so annoying. Oh my god. He is a really weird bear. I mean, yeah, of course he's supposed to be weird, but sometimes I'm like, maybe I've had enough of Monokuma. I just want something more unique. And Tozu is such a bearable villain, in my opinion. First of all, I love his voice. His voice is so soothing. So I can get behind that. Hey, I don't mind listening to the morning announcements every single day if it's Tozu doing them, as opposed to Monokuma's ugly ass voice. But yeah, Tozu, his voice is very charming. I love that. His voice actor, you've done an amazing job, by the way. I do really like his character design. And Mara's character design too. I don't recall mentioning that before, but they have really unique character designs. We still don't know much about Tozo, obviously, other than the fact that he's a villain, but I love him. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't have any justification besides he's awesome and I vibe with him. But yeah, so far I like him. He's very endearing and he is gonna stay there. I don't know what's up with the little hair that's coming out of here though. I don't know if this is a beta design or not, but he's cool. I like that. Oh, that is the old design? Oh, they revamped it? Oh my god. Okay, god dang it. I really like it. I was hoping that, oh, maybe this is still like official. Maybe that's what's underneath his mask. But nah, if they revamped his design, yeah, I do like this a little bit better than the one that we have now. But the one that we have at the moment kind of makes more sense because it's on par with Mara's character design. I feel like they're matching the designs with this going on. But I wouldn't be surprised if underneath his current mask, he's hiding this gorgeous hair. Eloise, you can learn from that, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I really don't like her hair. It's so weird. Okay, Ava. Hmm. I'm so conflicted. It's like I want to put her either in B or C, and I have a reason behind my confliction. Hang on, I'm gonna keep her here at the moment. This might change after my explanation. But the thing is, I The only reason I would put her at a C is because she died too early. And that's unfortunate with like a lot of Danganronpa characters that are, in my opinion, written really good, but they die too early, so their character development or their character arc just stops there, obviously. It dies with them. And unfortunately, Ava died early. Um, I'm okay with her dying early, obviously. I don't mind. I think it's a great conclusion. I love the direction that they took with the entirety of chapter 1. But it is a fact that she died early, so that means that whatever character depth that she had with her just died with her too. So for the rest of like the 4 or 5 chapters, or God knows how many chapters we're gonna have in Project Eden's Garden, we are just not gonna see her. And she's just gone. So, for like 85% of the game's portion, she's not going to be there. So that would be my big reason to put her in C. But if I'm not accounting for that, I would have put her in B, because I really, really love her character writing. I mean, at the end of the day, ultimately, she's not really my type, so I would not put her anything beyond B. So I think her character design is gorgeous. I love her hair. Oh my god, her hair design, slay queen. But eh, okay, let me explain this. I think her character writing is awesome. I don't know if people are sleeping on that or not. I'm trying to say this in a writing perspective instead of like putting my biased opinion in there. But in terms of writing, she is a very realistic character in a killing game. I love how real her flaws feel, her character flaws. She's just this embodiment of pity and a narcissistic victim. She has this insane victim syndrome going on with her. She just loves blaming other people, and it all, like, her insecurities, her character flaws, they make a lot of sense because of her past. Of course, she's the ultimate mathlete. Turns out she fucking hates her talents because she feels inferior to other people whose talents are much more respectable, or people just look up to. Others like Wolfgang, who's the ultimate lawyer. You have Desmond, who's an ultimate marksman, or like ultimate entrepreneur. All these really big titles, and so Ava just felt inferior to them. She's like, really? I'm an ultimate mathlete when I have so many things that I'm good at. I'm good at science, I'm good at chemistry, I'm good at a lot of things, but they just labeled me as a mathlete, and you can totally understand why she hates her talent and why she feels inferior to everybody else. Now, obviously, it doesn't justify what she did. Um, Throughout the entirety of Chapter 1's trial, I got so annoyed with her. Whenever she kept trying to blame everybody else, she's like, oh, you guys are to blame. It's because of you that this is happening to me, blah, blah, blah. You're just jealous of my talents. And it just speaks volume about her as a person. And yes, people, I would see some people or a lot of people hating her character after chapter 1, which to me, in my opinion, good a good character is somebody who makes you feel things on a strong level, whether that be love or hate. If a character lingers in your brain quite some time later on, that means it's a one hell of a good character. And that's what Ava did to me. I think she's a great character. A bad character, in my opinion, is somebody who you will not remember. Is somebody who does absolutely no contribution to the story. Somebody you will quite literally just forget. Somebody who is bland. Somebody who has absolutely no character in the story. Somebody you just basically forget. That, in my opinion, is a bad character. Or a badly written character, which Ava is not, by the way. I think her character writing is awesome. Now, whatever you think about her, whether you love her or whether you hate her, you cannot deny the fact that the direction that her writing went with is great. Yeah, but she's just so pitiful. She loves victimizing herself. Oh my god, it's so annoying, but it's so good in terms of writing because they did her such an amazing job in terms of somebody who has a huge insecurity within her, and I feel like they did a perfect, almost perfect job with her character writing. So she's gonna stay in B. I also really, yeah, I also really hated how post trial, um, she basically didn't give a shit about Diana's care for her because she has been so blinded by her victim complex, by her inferiority to other people. She's been so blinded by her character flaws that she couldn't see the good in people. She couldn't see how much Diana cared for her. Um, she couldn't see that what is happening to her around her, that the fact that people distrust her was a consequence of her own actions. Because she kept on blaming everybody. She's like, why does everybody distrust me? Why does everybody distance themselves from me? And ultimately, it was her fault. She is the one who decided to call herself an ultimate liar. Yeah, for like no reason. Nobody asked her to do that. Nobody ever did. You could have just said you're an ultimate mathlete. That doesn't mean people will distrust you if you just say you're an ultimate mathlete. But the point is, she brought that upon herself. She brought everything upon herself, and she is a perfect example of you're gonna face the consequences of your own actions, basically. But she always deflected upon others. God, she's just a very sorry sight. She's just a sorry sight, in my opinion. But yeah, I think the writing for her character is awesome. They did an amazing job in that aspect. I really cannot praise the writers high enough for that. And if this is the direction that the game is taking with all the character deaths, then oh my god, I am gonna be all in. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. But yeah, I think I am gonna put Ava in C. Again, that said, I will put her in C. Not because she's a badly written character. Like I said, she's great in terms of writing, but I don't really feel like I love her or I like her enough, you know. Yeah, she's gonna be there. Again, we're never gonna learn more about her again because she died so early. So that's my biggest reason as to why she's staying in C. Because, yep, she died too early. So, yeah, goodbye, Ava. Anywho, Ulysses. Ooh. Initially, I had Ulysses in C. But I am actually gonna put him in B now. Uh, I did not give him as much credit as he deserved before. I saw his character design and I was like, yeah, you don't look too good. I don't like your character design. And then in the prologue, he was kind of just there. I was not big on his personality. I didn't really care that much. But oh my god, after doing his free time event and finishing chapter 1, I'm like, "Oh, he's so cute." He deserves nothing but good things in this world. This man deserves so much better. Oh my god. Hang on, Leo, let me read your freaking comments before I continue. Ava has such a crazy victim complex. Yeah, I know. Her backstory is sad, but like, girl, I agree. Also, she still had this weird superiority complex as well, because she clearly thought she was better and smarter than everyone else and that she would easily win the trial. It's so interesting to see. That contrasted with her victim complex and also her inferiority complex. Oh, you're so right. I forgot to mention that point. Even though she's the ultimate mathlete, she did kind of look down on everybody else, didn't she? Which, by the way, it worked. It played really well. That's like one of the biggest reasons. Like before even beginning my investigation, I was like, Ava is the only smart character in this group. Well, only is a big statement. More like she's one of these, or like she's the smartest character in the group that we know so far. So that's why I was like, she is like the only one who's capable of thinking of such an intricate plan because she's smart. But like, yeah, it is very interesting to see how her victim complex just contrasted her superiority complex. Oh, it's such good writing. Oh my god, such good writing. I do think I do like that she died early. I think it fits well. I think it fits well with like her being a red herring as this like buddy for Damon. And so with this character that was portrayed as important just like dies early in the chapter, I have no problem with that at all. I think it's good. But like I think her character arc is well the way it is. I think it ended incredibly well. She doesn't need to be present in the game for much longer than she did. I think it started well and ended awesome in a good note, quote unquote good notes in terms of writing. But yeah, I think her character conclusion is fine. She could stay there. But where was I? Ulysses. Oh my god, yeah, this was about Ulysses. Yeah, I love him. I like him. I mean, I wouldn't put him in A, but I definitely like him a lot more than I did before. His free time event, just like him gushing about all these history books that, oh my god, he doesn't steal, quote unquote, he doesn't steal them. He just kind of borrows them and leaves them on his shelf. That was really funny, by the way. He's so invested in learning about history that he just forgets to return all these books. It's cute. But also just like learning about how he can't smell anything. And I forgot what else. Oh yeah, the fact that he's very forgetful. Um and we kind of learn he didn't directly say anything, but we can kind of deduce that these problems kind of come from the way he grew up or the way that his parents took care of him. I mean, he said before that his parents would just like bring any kind of medicine for him to consume and they wouldn't even read what's on there. So God knows God knows what kind of things he consumed in his body. I feel so bad for this man. Oh my god. But yeah, I feel bad for him. But just seeing him gush about history in his free time events was also really cute. He's also really sleepy and forgetful, and I really like the fact that he writes a lot on his notebook, which I 100% know for sure that is gonna be used as a truth bullet in a future trial. They're not gonna finish this game without his notebook writing being a truth bullet. It's obviously gonna happen. Definitely. But yeah, Ulysses, I changed my thoughts on you. I am sorry for putting you lower before. You deserve much better. Diana! Wait. Hmm. I don't know if I should put Diana before or after Ingrid. I think. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I am gonna put her before Ingrid. Initially, initially, Diana was like all the way down here. Before I finished chapter 1, she was like either in C or D. I don't remember, but she was like way below there. Because I was like, ah, here we go. There's another energetic lady who seems very good, but she's probably gonna be cray cray, either that or she's just gonna be good, and there's nothing else about her character besides her being a good person. But I was proven wrong. I was proven wrong, bitch. She is one of the best characters in this game so far. I did not expect her character to take the direction that it did. Like, yeah, she is a good person, but that's not her whole character. It's not just like, oh, I'm this really nice makeup lady. Um, Actually, at first, I thought she was gonna be presented as a good person, but she is gonna be crazy in the future or something like that because she did seem very sus at the beginning with what like the Hope Speak Academy logo on her uniform and everything. But she proved me wrong in so many ways, and I think that after chapter 1, she's either gonna be our heroine for the game since Ava's dead now, or she's gonna be Damon's rival, um, quote unquote antagonist, because really she's not a villain, but like Damon might see her as one. And I for one am looking forward to that. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to that so badly. In chapter 1, she was just like oozing with character the whole trial. I'm like, girl, pop off. Holy. I did not think that she was gonna be the one who's gonna be following Wolfgang's legacy or carrying on his legacy after he died. And I just thought that whole moment with like the whole CG, her showing her chameleon and just like representing a chameleon in the terms that, in a sense that she's gonna be adapting and just rising to the top and taking initiative to like try and encourage everybody to, keep on moving on, basically. I just thought that moment was so touching. It got to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very emotional. That's why in the stream I stayed silent for a little bit when I saw that. I was like, damn, this really got to me. But I did not expect her to be who she is at the moment, and I'm so happy about that. I was I that might have just been me being dumb at the beginning, but like she was being so obviously suspicious before the trial. That's why I was like, there's no way she's like gonna be the one, she's so obvious. And while that did turn out to be true, that she was not the culprit, it turned out that she was involved in the crime way more than I thought, because I did not even think for a second that she was involved in this crime at all. I was just thinking that, oh, she has no alibi. People might say she's sus and then move on. That's it. But no, she was like directly involved in this. And I was just so blinded, like I was so blinded by my theory of Ava being the killer that I just didn't sit back and think for a second to look into, all the other clues. One of them being that a third party was involved who was not the killer based on the body announcement that we had. But yeah, Diana is awesome. She's gonna stay there. I love her whole character development, and I cannot wait to see where she goes from here. Again, I for sure think she's more likely to be Damon's rival than just a heroine in the future, because he hates her. He absolutely hated Wolfgang. He is definitely gonna hate Diana. And I just want to see how the rivalry is gonna go. Like, are they eventually gonna team up, or are they just gonna be rivals for the rest of the game? I don't know, but I love her character the way it's going right now. Oh my god, please don't die. But I know for sure that she's gonna be living for a very long time, though. That's that's definitely something that I'm not gonna change my mind on in a while. Yeah, I don't think that the developers are gonna kill her off anytime soon. I mean, they've done that with Wolfgang and Ava, but that's because it's the first chapter, you know? When it comes to a crime mystery game and you have characters that are portrayed as important, you would either kill them very early in the game or you would kill them, very late in the game or have them survive. So they already got rid of two important characters in chapter 1, but I just don't see her dying anytime soon because they've already established that she's gonna be this huge figure in the game, and she is definitely gonna be living for a while now. I don't know if she's gonna survive or not, but she's definitely gonna live for a very long time, and I am so happy about that. I know for sure that's the case. I want to see how his dynamic with Winona develops too, because I love how so far he's like one of the only people or the only person that Winona acknowledges. Yeah, 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 that's something that I forgot to mention too. The dynamic between them is so cute. Oh my god. Yeah, Winona just doesn't give a shit about anybody else unless you're Ulysses. But I do look forward to see how that's gonna develop. Damon, 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 you're gonna go in A, baby. Uh, should I put him before or after Diana? I think, to me, Damon and Diana are tied. So just because I put him behind her doesn't mean I like her more, and it doesn't mean that I like him less. But, they're tied, in my opinion. I like them both, and they're very tied. Um, yeah, I don't think I can choose between them. So he's gonna stay there. Easily the best protagonist in a Danganronpa universe. And that obviously that includes the main games too. He is such a breath of fresh air. He has a unique personality as a protagonist. I'm gonna put an emphasis on a protagonist because I don't think he's a unique character per se, because we've seen a lot of other characters, in general, that have a personality like him. But as a protagonist, he's definitely unique in that aspect. So I just love that for him. That's why he's sitting on A. Again, very reasonable. He's an asshole, but like his statements make sense. He always questions why do people trust each other in a killing game, and hey, it makes sense, you know, as opposed to like fucking Makoto Naegi, where he's always like, we're so hopeful, we're not gonna lose to anything, guys. Oh my god, no, he is very reasonable. And I do love that we're playing as an ultimate debater, because it feels like it's fitting for somebody who's gonna be on class trials and doing investigations and bringing in deductions left and right. It just feels fitting for us, the players, to be playing as somebody who is capable of being that smart, if that makes any sense. Like somebody who's smart enough to make such deductions or to conduct investigations or stand up for themselves in class trials against other people's statements. It just feels fitting for us to play as somebody with that kind of talent. So I'm glad we're playing as somebody like him. And I'm glad he's not a dumb character. He was unfortunately bested by Ava, you know, but that's normal, you know. I think that's gonna play a huge role in his character development. He's probably gonna be depressed for a while. He's probably gonna be very distrusting of people after Ava, the only person he trusted, betrayed him. I think he's gonna have a depressed arc for a little bit until he grows eventually later on. So I am glad that happened. The whole Ava betrayal is definitely gonna do a whole lot for his character growth later. Yeah, our little asshole protagonist is here, and I love him for it. Next, Toshiko. Leo, I'm sorry. I can't. She's just a fucking kid. I don't care. She's just there. Um I've seen a lot of people actually like theorize she's gonna be a traitor or whatever, because like, oh, she's the only child in this game. She's gonna be a traitor because it's so weird to have a kid in there. I see where they're coming from, but I feel like if that's the case, if that were the case, it would be too obvious for her to be the traitor. Like, oh, this one and only one kid in the group turned out to be the traitor. Hardy har har. No. Yeah. I I don't think she's gonna be a traitor, but I definitely think there's more to her character than she lets on. And I had this wild theory before about how, oh, what if she's not actually a kid? She just has a condition like the main character from Orphan, who just looks like a child, like faked being a kid because she's just a grown up with like this medical condition that makes her look like a child. So, I don't know how stretchy that theory is, but I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah. I'm sticking with that. We'll see how that goes. It would be so funny if that's true though. But yeah, she's just a kid. She's definitely more tolerable than Hiyoko is, in my opinion. But or Himiko for that instance. But I am still putting her in D, because yeah, I just don't vibe with her at all. I like her character design though. I think her character design is very cute. Oh my god. That character design is awesome. So yeah. But no, I just don't care for her at all. She's sitting there. Toshiko will make you eat those words. Blah 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 blah. I don't care. What's she gonna do? Beat me up? I can throw her out a window with like one hand, bro. Anywho, Grace, I love you. I will put you. Oh my god. Mm. Okay. Ahem. Ooh. Ah, I'm so conflicted. I don't know if I should put her above Diana, but oh, yeah, she's above Diana. Grace is awesome. I love her so much. She's gonna fan you and create a hurricane. I'd like to see her try. I'd like to see her try. Anyways, Grace, my Pookie. I love her. Our favorite Australian lady. This girl right here. She is Mio incarnate if Mio was not horny. Basically. And I would love to see her and Mio interact in the future. Somebody needs to like make a little fan fiction, something that's not romantic obviously, but just like a normal fan fiction where she and Miu interact, basically. Maybe they're roommates or some shit, I don't know. But something's going on, and that is gonna be awesome. I will for sure read that. Because they would not get along. That's the thing. Like, they are so similar, minus the horny part on Miu's end, but they are so similar in personality that you know for sure they are not gonna get along. But no, I love Grace so much. My opinion of her placement and Diana's placement might change in the future depending on the chapters that are gonna come out. I feel like my opinion is gonna fluctuate depending on how their character arcs are gonna go, both of them. But so far, I love Grace. I know she hasn't done much in chapter 1 yet, but she was always a character that I had my eyes on, you know. I'm like, "Oh, she look at that. She's just oozing with personality. Good lord." Like, she's one of those characters in the game that you are gonna remember no matter what, cuz she has a very memorable presence in my opinion. You cannot forget somebody like Grace at all. But I love her, and I really love the facts, or not the facts, just like the hint, or yeah, the slight hint that she might have just wanted to hook up with Wolfgang when she switched, bunk buddies. Like, sure, get it, girl. He's hot. You should get it. She shot her shot, and I commend her for that. Slay. Anywho, um, Jean. I'll put Jean in B. Um, hmm, yeah, I'll put him in B. Slightly higher than Ulysses because he's mega hot. Those chesticles, oh my god, they need to be censored. Those chesticles need to be censored. It's illegal to have those in the game because every time I look at him, I get distracted by his booba, and that's illegal. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh my god. Besides that, though, I don't think I can put him in A. He hasn't done anything so far that would leave a huge impression on me. I mean, he's done something though. He's proved to me that he's not stupid. He's actually pretty smart. Probably not the smartest, but he's definitely a lot smarter than he looks. Because I don't know what it is, but when I first saw his character, I was like, yeah, he's probably just gonna be an airhead who hates being called a pirate or whatever, and then that's gonna be his whole character. But no, he was actually really helpful in the trial, and goddamn, can you imagine how hard it was for me to believe that someone like Jean knew what chemical reactions were? Because I was for sure convinced that only Ava knew of those. I was like, wow, this crime is very scientific. Only Ava knows how to do this. But Jean was like very knowledgeable in that aspect. He's also a jack of all trades because he knows science. He knows how to be a ship captain, of course, and he's been a gamer for quite some times. I don't think, if I remember correctly, he hasn't been gaming lately, but he used to at some points with his crew. So he's also a gamer. So yeah, probably boyfriend material for a lot of people out there. I would definitely hook up with him. I wouldn't want to be his boyfriend by any means, because I would get so tired of him just saying he doesn't look like a pirate. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I get it. Stop saying that. We get it. You're a ship captain. You're not a pirate. You hate being called a pirate. We get it. The joke is getting old. But I would hook up with him. he's he's so hot. And his free time events was just a kink fantasy. It was it was a kink fantasy. I don't care what anybody says. They knew what they were doing with his free time events, with like the whole description or the scenarios with him fucking flipping Damon so instantaneously with like, what was it, with one arm or something? Anywho, but he just like carries him so easily, and he put him upside down to just do stuff to him, I guess. And like that whole instance where Damon wanted to get his revenge by like throwing a peach at him or whatever it was, and then he just like ever so casually turned around and caught that fucking peach. And if that was not the hottest thing ever in the game, I don't know what is. My god, I want to censored with this man so badly. He's so attractive. But so far, that's all there is to his character. Besides him being smart as a revelation, he's just hot, and that's probably my biggest reason of putting him here. He's so attractive. I cannot put him anything below. Okay, it would feel like a crime for me to put him anywhere below, to be honest, because that that attractiveness is his personality, okay? He might have not done a lot in terms of personality or character, arcs in this chapter, but good lord, those boobas cover up for his personality. So he's gonna stay there. Um, okay, I'm gonna read your comments, Leo, again. And he's already presented himself as a leader of sorts other than Wolfgang. So I think in chapter 2 he will maybe be a new leader figure along with Diana. That's actually a good point. But yeah, he's a lot smarter than we gave him credits. I mean, I would expect him to be a natural leader because he's a ship captain, so that's to be expected from him. I hope he plays a big role in the later chapters because I am honestly so tired of like these big buffy characters, dying or not doing much. But yeah, I just hope he does a lot more. I think people will respect him more than Diana, though, judging by the reactions after her monologue. Um, that's a good point. I personally would not stick to that so far, because yeah, their reactions really told a lot after she gave her whole monologue there. But I think they would easily fold like in the future chapters. Like they could easily just change their opinions based on what Diana or Damon do. Because obviously Damon versus Diana is gonna be a thing in future arcs. And I think that if anything, the people in the game would want to trust Diana more than Damon at some point. So I feel like in the future they will slowly begin to trust her a lot. I think at some point they will take her seriously. If they don't take her seriously, in the early beginning of chapter 2, it will build up to that. I do think that it will build up to that eventually, and until they eventually just fully trust her, like it's gonna be a whole build up for sure. But they're not like going to entirely disregard her, in the future. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think it could start that way, but it's not gonna stay that way. Okay, Jet. Uh, I don't know. He's gonna be in C. I don't care. He's there. I mean, we can't see his face, and I'm not a big fan of not seeing people's faces. Do not look at me when I'm looking at Tozu over here, okay? He's hot. He can stay there. He's better Monokuma. But anyways, Jets just didn't give me a big impression. You know what? I think C is a bit too much. I'll put him in indifferent. Because I really just don't have an opinion on him, I found out. I just don't have an opinion of him. Him and Mark just haven't done much so far, besides being buddies with each other. I guess his talents is really cool. I do really want to learn a lot more about him, and in the free time event, we were building up to that. We were gonna learn why he wears his suit and why he doesn't take showers often, because he's stinky as hell, and that's canon. Actually, you know what? Just because you're stinky as fuck, I am putting you in C, dude. There is no, never mind. You are not gonna be an indifferent. You stink. You're gonna stay and see. I do not fuck with people who are unsanitary. I get it though. He probably has a medical reason for that. But he's a fictional character, and I can put him wherever the hell I want, okay? So, yeah, he's gonna stay and see for the reason that you're stinky. But, no, like, I am very curious to learn as to why he wears his suit. And if if the devs said anything about that so far, I don't want to learn. I want to find out in the game. But yeah, he's gonna stay there. I don't have an opinion of him. Whatever. There's nothing else to say. Okay, lastly from Project Eden's Garden. Oh god, I saved this guy for last because what the fuck? Where do I put Wolfgang? The guy that was nothing but a roller coaster of a character for me. I liked him in some instances, and I fucking hated him in most of them. I loved to hate him, and I hated to love him all at once. It's as if we're in a toxic and abusive relationship that I don't know how to deal with it. Speechless. But, where do I put you, Wolfgang? No. You fucking weirdo. What the hell? Well, first things first, I am so mad you decided to die first. Because what is wrong with you? You were supposed to be Damon's boyfriend. But I guess you decided to fight and break up and not cuddle with each other, so now you're dead. Maybe that's what you get for breaking up with the best protagonist right there. I genuinely don't know where to put him. Oh my god. It's like I need a whole separate tier list just for Wolfgang to be like A plus D. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Would that be an inaccurate tier list? I don't know. But god dang. Before I put him on a tier list, let me just say how much of a roller character this guy is. Did I just say roller character instead of roller coaster? Yes, I definitely did. Roller coaster of a character that Wolfgang is. Well, first things first. Ha ha ha, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh my god, that's like his whole character. Oh my god. Yeah, we've been new. But the thing that got me a bit more confused is that with the whole revelations going on in chapter 1's trials, it did kind of seem like he's not as much of a wolf as we thought he is. He's not as evil as I thought he was gonna be. He turned out to be this insecure guy who just thought of himself as a failure, who probably couldn't live up to the expectations of what's his dad. Or maybe he just hated his dad's guts and something along those lines. I don't know what happened to his mom. I don't remember if they said in his free time event that his mom died or not. I really don't remember that. I don't remember at all. I don't know if both his parents are dead or not, but one thing for sure is I really hope his character arc does not end here after his death. What I want to happen is for them to bring more revelations about his past. Because, like, he said some weird ass bullshit before he died, like things that made me question a lot of things about his character, and I wanted to just learn more, but he had to die before revealing anything. And I just feel like that's gonna be revealed in future chapters. I really hope these are not just some things that are, things you can reveal in his last free time events or whatever. Please don't let that be the case. I would actually be kind of disappointed because, newsflash, I was very disappointed with the direction that Rentaro's character took. I had no problem with him dying first. I think that was a good twist, just like playing with this important character dying first, haha. But, as much as he was a red herring at the beginning, he was only a red herring in the sense that, oh, look at this guy, you're starting the game thinking he's gonna be important, but he's gonna die first. But that was as far as the red herring went, because even after his death, they were still kind of alluding to him being more important, that you always thought that even after Rentaro died, that there was gonna be more to him, but turns out you still don't learn shit about him, besides from him being like the ultimate survivor, and then boom, everything else is just gone. He's irrelevant for the entirety of the game, basically. So I was kind of let down by his character. So I really hope that Wolfgang's character is not like that, because so far he's very similar to Rentaro in the sense that he was a red herring as an important character who dies first. But I really hope that in the future maybe they can not connect Wolfgang, but they could connect his dad in a sense to the Killing Game. I really hope that his dad is connected in a way, because it does seem like Wolfgang really hated his dad, and I want to know why. I don't want it to just be a free time event thing. I want it to be something that is connected to the main story, something that we are eventually gonna learn. Maybe his dad is a piece of shit. Maybe he's an accomplice to bringing all of us in the Killing Game. I don't know what's happening there, but I really want to learn more about his dad. And through that, Wolfgang's character is not gonna die with him in chapter 1. And yeah, I still want the answers to all these questions that we'd have before Wolfgang died, like in the moment he had with Diana. So I really hope everything gets revealed. That aside, though, where am I gonna put your piece of shit ass? I can't put you in A because I don't. That's a crime, and I also can't put you in E or D because that's a crime. Because I do think his character writing is good. I think he was an awesome rival to Damon for like at least the allotted time that he was alive, and for the period that he was alive. I think his whole rivalry with Damon was really good. He was a great annoying force to reckon with because everybody just looked up to him except Damon and Ava, and it was so annoying. It pissed me off so much. And just having that impact that he left on me, he is he's just a really well-written character for somebody who dies first, you know. Oh my god, he's just character so fleshed out. And like the period that he was alive. I don't know how they did it, but it was great. So in terms of writing, he's awesome. I don't, yeah, I don't care what anybody says. I am gonna make a specific tier list. I'll put it somewhere there. I'll put this guy, and I'll call it A plus D. That is the Wolfgang. Hang on. Yeah, that is the Wolfgang only. Here. Ah, this motherfucker. Okay. I don't know. I'll make it black. Oh, you can't see the words there, though. I will make it gray. Wait, what happened? Oh my god. Dude. Here. I'll make you green. Yeah. That's his tier. He's gonna say there, I am so conflicted about Wolfgang. I can't. That's the thing, though. I can't put him in A because I don't love him. I think he's really good in terms of writing. If we were just talking about character writing in general, objectively speaking, I would put him in A because he just had so much impact. Like him and Ava, they've had a huge impact on everybody just in chapter one for the time that they were alive. That is so strong of a character writing in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I just personally I don't think he's just A, and I also don't think he's just a D because I'm so conflicted about him. Also, bonus points, he's really hot. Oh my fucking god, I want to hook up with this man so badly. He's so attractive, especially that scene. What was it called in the closing argument when they just showed him with his shirt unbuttoned. Are you serious? They knew exactly what they were doing with him over there. They know exactly what they were doing. And I can never get that image out of my head. Thanks to you, devs, by the way. I don't know if I should be happy or, sad about that. But, yeah, he's gonna be here. The most conflicting character in Danganronpa, in my opinion. But yeah, this is my Project Eden's Garden tier list. I'm gonna save this. Okay, it's right there. I'm saving that for later. But now, oh wait, what happened? Where did Damien go? Oh, I think it just. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Never mind, there he is. I think it's because I reset everything. I was like, oh, Damien, where did you go? But yeah, Damon's there. I guess we don't need to count for him. Actually, wait, no. Damon is still gonna be here. Damon, where are you? Whoop. You're gonna be here. Period. You're gonna stay there. I am so sorry. Let's pin all of these, and you're gonna go back where you came from, over here. Now that that's over, before I start the whole Danganronpa tier list, which I am so excited about, let me read your comments, Leo. Holy God. Yeah, Damon and Diana are gonna be such a good dynamic. Yeah, we know that already. Jet Smelly, yeah, he is. Screw that guy. He deserves to be in the C tier just for that. I'm so conflicted on Wolfie, but I'm glad he died first. Not gonna lie, so I'm gonna stay silent. Yeah, yeah, I am conflicted on this man too. You and I both, Leo. You and I both. Okay. Uh, how do I reset this thing so I can start? God dang it! Oh, there we go. Do I need to put Damien back? Yes, I do. Damien, get your ass back here. Okay. Now let's do our whole thing again. We're gonna add a row above this. I'm gonna call this the best. Is out of my favorites, I gotta choose who's gonna be, at the top, I guess. Whatever. Like, just a couple people to be in that rank. I'm gonna make that white, because why not? And then, obviously, we're gonna put a row for our beloved Damien, because why not? He deserves to be there. Where are you, baby? In that. There you are. Love you. And then we have the indifference category that I want to put there, obviously. Yeah. We're gonna put that in blue. And then, obviously, Wolfgang's stupid tier, the A and D one, because I will never put him anywhere else. Yeah. Wolfgang only. What did I say earlier? Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be in all gray, because why not? Okay. Let's start from the very beginning. Yeah, I reset everything, because obviously, in terms of, like, the whole Danganronpa tier list, the tiers for the Project Eden's Garden characters might change, so I'm gonna do that. Actually, hang on. I forgot to put an E tier. Bingo! Yes. Okay. What do we have so far? Let me change the color. We're Wait, you're doing all of the characters too? Yes, I am. I'm doing them all. I just wanted to do Eden's Garden first separately, because obviously I just finished the chapter, and I wanted a whole tier list revolving around Eden's Garden, because I fucking love this game so much and its characters. But yeah, I saw this tier list and I was like, yeah, might as well just do all of the Danganronpa characters on top of Project Eden's Garden. So I'm still gonna put Eden's Garden's characters here, but like obviously that's gonna be within the scope of Danganronpa characters in general. So things might change with this in mind. Okay, I'm gonna start in chronological order from the first game to the last one. So we're gonna start with Trigger Happy Havoc characters first. Celeste. I'm gonna put this motherfucker in A. She is a bitch. She's an asshole, but she's a bitch that you cannot hate. Oh my god. First of all, her character design is awesome. I can't say anything else about her character design. It's beautiful. I love her hairstyle. I know some people might look at it, especially non-Danganronpa fans. They might look at it and be like, "What the hell is that hair? How do you do that?" I don't care. It looks awesome. I think her character design is very unique. Like in Danganronpa, a lot of Danganronpa characters have really unique designs, but yeah, Celeste is up there. She's so cunning, she's so manipulative, she's so bitchy, she's an asshole, but I cannot hate her for it. I I don't know why. I can't justify liking her. I can't. But she's just somebody that I fuck with, basically. The only thing that I really hated was how they wrote her character in chapter 3. Oh god, that was so bad. I don't know what it is about Danganronpa games, but the third chapters are always so bad for some reason. Like at this point, I don't even blame the characters as much as I blame Kodaka for writing the chapters. Like what was he thinking when he just butchered her whole character in chapter 3? She's supposed to be this intelligent woman who's really good at manipulating people and just she's so smart in general. She I don't know what else to say about her, but she's just awesome. Like she's supposed to be someone you fear, basically. Like that's the kind of energy she gives. She's so condescending. And I just wish he didn't butcher her character in chapter 3, because obviously it was so obvious that she was the culprit in chapter 3, but the way her plan was executed, it was just stupid as hell. And like every character and every player could smell her bullshit from a miles away. And I just, at this point, I don't blame her character. I just blame the writing for it. I just think it could have been done a lot better. Um, Unfortunately, her whole character. uh, God dang it, Celeste. I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am. I just wish they could have done better with your character instead of making you look so stupid in chapter 3, which was so weird considering how smart she is, because she's the ultimate gambler. Like you would think that she is cunning, that she's really good at putting this poker face and just deceiving everybody, like, or at least most people. But nah, they just didn't do that for the players at all. We all knew it was her, and I just hated how obvious it was. They could have definitely executed her plans a lot better. But yeah, Celeste, despite how Kadaka wrote you in chapter 3, I don't blame you for it. That's why you're staying in A for me. Yeah. Chapter 3 curse for real, period. I know. Anywho, I'm gonna quickly feed my cats and go to the bathroom and then come back to stream. Cause yeah, it's like almost 4:30 here, so I'm gonna go feed them. And I need a little bathroom break, but I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Let's go. Ah, I need water. All right, where were we? Yeah, trigger happy havoc. Moving on. Mukuro. Mukuro. Unfortunately, you're going to see what a wasted potential, in my opinion. If her personality was not the way it is, she would have been an A for me. She would have been one of my favorite characters, probably. If her personality matched her talent, but no, I mean, I love her character design so much. This one specifically, not the Junko one, but this one specifically, I love it so much. Her talents is so badass. And I feel like if just her personality matched her talents, she definitely would have been my one of my favorites, but no, except no. She's such a wasted potential. I liked her character portrayal in Danganronpa If, but again, that's not canon, so I can't count it. I don't want to count it. I shouldn't have to count it because her whole role in like the main game, Trigger Happy Havoc, there was basically nothing about her in Trigger Happy Havoc except her being like a scapegoat for Junko, or like a little disguise for Junko, and that was where her character ended in the first game. And then when I heard that she would have more screen time in the anime as her, the way she is now, she appeared like this in the anime for quite some time, but I thought it was going to be a good thing that I would learn more about Mukuro, but turns out, nope. She was just Junko's little slave, and she gets horny from her sister, which is very, very weird, and incest, and yada yada. So, no, she's staying in C. I can't care about her more than that. It is very unfortunate because, like I said, she is a wasted potential. But yeah, yeah, that's how her character direction went in the game. So she's gonna stay there. Also, before I forget, go back to your tier. You're gonna stay there. Okay. So we have Chihiro. Ooh, Chihiro, you cinnamon bun. Where are you gonna go? I will put Chihiro in B. Um, in terms of writing, oh my god, he is one of the most useful characters in the game. This Giga Chad invented alter ego that even after his death, it saved the characters so many times. So many times it came in a clutch to save everybody. Not even in just the first game. Fucking his alter ego invention came back in the second game too. What a Giga Chad. But yeah, just as a character of his own, I feel like his whole character writing was awesome, dude. The whole dynamic with him and Mondo, that whole case was so good, though. It was such a big difference from that case and case one, because you first start the game, you finish case one, and you're like, really? This case is so easy, you know? Like, you just see the whole upside down writing of Leon in the wall, and you're like, well, case solved, bitch. Go execute this man. But then case two comes, and the difficulty just goes up much higher than it did before, and I like that. I loved the whole inferiority complex going on with Chihiro and Mondo. It's as if they were both the same person but on the other side of the coin, and I love that about them so much. This is possibly like the only murderer slash victim characters that I would probably be fine seeing them hang out with each other. I would totally see that happening. Like, yeah, Mondo, you did some messed up shit to Chihiro, but God, that case was awesome. Chihiro, I loved his whole, what's it called, insecurity behind how men should be viewed, and he just feels weak in contrast to everybody else, and I just felt so bad for him. And I know some people would like head canon that Chihiro is a trans woman or whatever, and I'm like, you do you, whatever, you have your own head canons. But to me, in my opinion, that defeats the whole purpose of his character, because he doesn't want to be a woman. That's the thing. He wants to be a dude. He's just so scared of the social norms of everybody around him, just thinking that women are supposed to be weak and men are supposed to be strong, that he felt the need to shadow himself and dress up differently. But he always wanted to be a dude. So to me, just thinking of him as a woman just defeats the whole purpose of his character. I would not think of him that way. He's a Giga Chad. I love Chihiro. He's such a sweetheart too, but he is so smart, and he is again one of the most useful characters in Danganronpa. He is right where he's supposed to be. I could put him in A in terms of like writing and involvement in the main plot, but ultimately he is not my cup of tea for a character, so I will leave him there. He's gonna stay in B. Mondo, you're gonna go right where Chihiro is. I think I prefer you more than Chihiro a little bit. Um, Such a flawed character. Gosh. But again, him and Chihiro's case, what a beautiful case. He is so insecure about himself. Like, in contrast to Chihiro, he is so physically strong, but he is very insecure still about his strength. He just feels like he's not strong enough. Ever since his brother passed away, he just felt weak. Like, everybody around him did not look up to him the way they did to his brother, or people would just be by his side because he's, his brother's little brother, instead of them, looking up to him because he's Mondo, they would just see him as somebody's brother rather than him as a person. And that just got to him so badly to the point that it just developed this huge case of insecurity complex. But yeah, at the end of the day, what you did to Chihiro was messed up, but it fits well with his character so much. But yeah, he's gonna stay in B. I don't think I want to put him in A, because he did die in chapter 2, and as opposed to Chihiro, whose inventions continue to contribute to the story a lot, Mondo's character just kind of died with him when he did. So yeah, Hifumi, there's really not much more to say. Should I put you in E or D? I don't freaking know. E. Yeah. Whatever. He is just your stereotypical character that, people love to ride in Japan about. Like, here's your horny otaku that loves 2D waifus, and he doesn't do anything else in his life besides love 2D waifus and jack off to them and blah blah blah. And the thing he did with like Alter Ego, when it was alluded that he was jacking off to Alter Ego in the bathhouse for a while, was just like, it was so disgusting, dude. Just like, whatever. I'm so glad he's gone in chapter 3. I didn't really care about him at all, so you can stay there right where you belong. Leon. Yeah. I will put Leon in C too. I mean, he's our first culprit in Trigger Happy Havoc, our very first culprit, like, overall in the Danganronpa games. But there really wasn't much to his character. He's just like your typical douche who just loved being popular and loved the ladies and yada yada and whatever. I do really like his character design though. I think his character design is awesome. Dude, I love his costume, I love his jewelries, but besides his character design, you can stay there, buddy. Okay, Taka. Where am I gonna put you? I forgot his full name actually. Was it like Taka something? Oh my god. How did I forget his name? I don't remember his full name. I'm just gonna call you Taka. Yeah, Taka, was that his name? Oh my god. Oh, yeah, Ishimaru Taka something. Yeah, I'll call you Ishimaru, because I forgot your other name. Ishimaru, again, I'm gonna put you in C. You're probably better than Leon, but you're gonna be in C. It was good at first. I'm not a huge fan of, like, people like him who are very anal about rules and everything. They're so strict. He just reminds me of some people in real life that I don't vibe with. So, he's gonna stay for that reason, he's gonna stay in C. But also, his character was so weird, dude. The direction that it took was so weird. Like, I loved his character up until Mondo's death. Because after Mondo died, I mean, obviously he grieved for a while, and that was reasonable. I thought that was great. Like, yeah, it's very realistic to have a character, grieve the way he did when his buddy died. What I didn't like was when all of a sudden his hair turned white, and then he basically did absolutely nothing to the plot except die, except be a victim in chapter 3. Yeah, that was weird. We're not gonna talk about that, so you're gonna stay and see. Sayaka. Ugh. Yeah. D. I just didn't care at all. She just started off as your typical character who's gonna be your waifu, and then she just like dies first. Again, we know nothing about her. She was the first victim. She had very little screen time, and for the time that she was alive, she wasn't a character that impacted me a lot. She was kind of just there. She was Makoto's crush, at least for the time period that they knew each other, and then she just died. So, yeah, I don't think she needs to go any higher than C. So in my opinion, she's a B character. Sakura. Oh. S. S. One of my favorite Trigger Happy Havoc characters. She is easily the best. Well, I don't know if she's the best, but she's definitely one of the best. I have a couple other favorites in Trigger Happy Havoc that I'm gonna put there. But oh my god, Sakura, such an underrated character. She was one of the most fleshed out characters in Trigger Happy Havoc. She had a whole beautiful arc in chapter 4. Obviously, it was so sad. It made me so emotional. I love her so much, but her dynamic with Asahina was probably the best in Trigger Happy Havoc for me. It was so adorable, so heartwarming. The way that they just looked out for each other, it was beautiful in every way possible. And I did ship them, yes. Don't judge me. I think they're very, very cute as girlfriends. Also, just her talents as an ultimate martial artist, that in my opinion is actually my favorite. That's one of the best things that easily just puts her up to S because she's a martial artist. That's like the best talents in Danganronpa. It's my favorite. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I do taekwondo specifically. I've been doing martial arts ever since middle school, so that's been such a long time. Oh my god, I'm 25 now, so you do the math. You do the math. But I've been doing martial arts ever since middle school, and although I'm doing taekwondo, and she's an overall martial artist who's like probably an MMA, that doesn't change the fact that I'm a junkie for martial arts, and I just ever since I met Sakura and I saw her talents, I was like, "Yep, you, the ultimate martial artist, the beef and muscular woman. You are my favorite in this game." I love muscular women so much. They're so awesome. They're very attractive. So yeah, but no, just how thoughtful she is of everybody else, despite everyone just hating her after they found out she's the traitor. Oh, that was so heartbreaking for me when everybody just treated her like shit and she just took it because she is so patient and she is in so much control of herself as a person. She knows she's a great person, even though, she probably doesn't think she is on the outside, but deep down, she knows that she's a great character. And if she doesn't know, I know she is. But no, her whole sacrifice was so sad. It was so emotional and heartbreaking. She left a huge impact on everybody else in the game. Like, her sacrifice stopped everybody from dying. Like, that was basically the end. After chapter 4, everybody was finding the mastermind and they were trying to survive. That was how big of an impact she left on the other characters, and I, for one, love her for it. Okay, Monokuma. I mean, B. He's the mascot of the game. Again, um, he can be he's iconic. Okay, don't get me wrong. He's iconic. Obviously, I love his design so much. I actually have a plushie of Monokuma. I want a bigger plushie, but I've had a plushie of him ever since I knew about Danganronpa. So that was like when I was still in high school. I think I started high school when I first knew about Danganronpa. But I had a plushie of Monokuma, and it's still with me till this day. And I love his character design. He's an icon, he's a legend, and whatever. But you know, throughout the games, I kind of got tired of hearing his voice over and over, and I kind of just got annoyed over his whole character and shenanigans. That I'm like, whatever. Here's Monokuma again, about to ruin the day. What's new? Absolutely nothing. So he's just gonna say in B. Junko. See, I don't know. Actually, the yeah. Hmm. The only good thing about Junko is her character design. I fuck with her character design so much. It's one of the best character designs in Danganronpa, in my opinion. She looks awesome. She's hella attractive too. I really like how attractive she is. Like, good lord, I love that design. I love the whole Monokuma bear pins like on her hair. It's awesome. They're cool. And I do like that. I don't know if a lot of people noticed it or not, but in her sprites, whenever she changes her expressions to like a bored one or a sad one, the Monokuma pins actually change their expressions too, and it took me a very long time to realize that. I didn't notice that when I first finished Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, but yeah, that was a thing. But oh god, she is so overpowered for no reason. Like, I love Danganronpa's universe, but as much as I love Danganronpa, I do acknowledge that there are so many faults in the game, and the story writing, basically, yeah, there's so many faults. One of them being how overly powered Junko is. Like, how many people does it take to defeat one high school girl? Seriously. They just overpowered her for no reason, and she comes back in every game. Like, stop. Stop. Please. I just got tired of her. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so glad in V3 it was Tsumugi, but again, her cosplaying Junko was like, ugh, get rid of this character, please. I'm so tired of how unnecessarily overpowered she is and how she just keeps on showing back in every Danganronpa game. Like, we don't need you, girl. You can rest now. You can leave. But other than her being an evil character, there's really nothing much to her. I mean, to me, whether a character is a good person or a bad person is not the deciding factor for how much I would love them. A person can be evil and I would love them, and a person can be good and I would love them, but I could also hate the two depending on how the character direction is going. And for Junko, yeah, literally, just besides her being evil, there's really nothing else going on with her character besides her being a mastermind, and that's it. That's her whole character. She's just the mastermind. She's there. As opposed to like Izuru Kamakura slash Hajime, you know, this guy is a better mastermind in every way possible because he's just more interesting. But no, Junko's just there. Kyoko, the other S character for me. I mean, she does not deserve to be in any other tier besides S at this point. The smartest character in Trigger Happy Havoc. Arguably the smartest in the entire Danganronpa universe. You know what? Yeah, I think she's the smartest. Like the whole Danganronpa universe too. God dang it, she's awesome. I love her character design. It is one of the best character designs in the game. Um, it's not too weird, but it's not too bland either. Like, you can definitely remember Kyoko based on her character design too. It's not bland, but she looks so pretty. I love how smart she is. She's always, well, I can't say always. In the early chapters, she didn't really have much of a voice in the trials, but it was done on purpose because her character was just building up, um, until she became who she is in the later trials. But yeah, it got revealed that she's the ultimate detective, which nobody was surprised about that. Haha. Sorry, I'm drinking water every once in a while. That's why I get silence here and there. But no, just her whole contributions in the later chapters. She's so useful in everything. She's so smart, and of course she's Makoto Naegi's buddy. But I don't know what it is about her. I just love smart people, okay? And she's definitely a smart lady. Genocide Jill. And what was her name? Oh my god. Fu Futaba? Oh, what was her name? Oh, let me search. Let me look that up real quick. I don't want to forget your name. Um, what's her name? Yeah, I'm gonna search up Genocide Jill, and her name is gonna pop up. Du-du-du-du. Bro. Okay. Genocide Jill, Ultimate Murderous Fiend. Are you gonna show? Um, bro. Fukawa. Yep, that's her name. Fukawa. My gosh. I cannot believe I forgot her name. I just remembered it starts with like something like Fu, but I didn't know how it ended. And who I'll probably put them both in the same tier. Here's what I'm gonna know. If we're just judging by Trigger Happy Havoc, I would have put both Fukawa and Genocide Jill in D. I'm not gonna lie to you. Either D or E, actually. She would be like right next to Hifumi. But because of Ultra Despair Girls, I would put her in B. Trigger Happy Havoc did not do her character justice at all. I hated Fukawa. And obviously Genocide Jill. I'm just gonna say Fukawa and you guys are gonna know I'm referring to both of them, okay? I hated Fukawa in Trigger Happy Havoc. Nothing, absolutely nothing came out of her character there. You only get the revelation that she is also Genocide Jill, but goddamn was her character so annoying in every way possible in the game. Her obsession with Byakuya was so disgusting. I didn't care about that at all. I didn't like that. And she didn't do any kind of contribution in the game besides being there and bitching about everybody hating her. Literally. Genocide Jill was a little bit more cooperative than her in terms of plot, but again, they were kind of just there in the game. But good lord, Ultra Despair Girls, it made her so much more likable. So much more likable. Her whole her whole relationship with Komaru was so cute. Like the whole build up, she started off just hating Komaru, but she later realized that she's her only friend. She cares about her so much, and just the whole dynamic between them is really cute. I think her whole character arc in Ultra Despair Girls was the key to making her in B, basically. Yeah, you're gonna stay there. Hagakure, oh my god, I am literally the best character in Trigger Happy Havoc, aren't I? No. You're gonna go and see. I don't really care about you. I don't know if I would put you in D or C. I think, yeah, no. You're gonna stay in D. I probably prefer you over Sayaka and Junko, but good lord, easily the most useless character in Trigger Happy Havoc. Are you kidding me? He did absolutely nothing in the game. I'm trying to recall who the survivors were. Okay, yeah, in Trigger Happy Havoc. Why did this guy survive? Is my question. He did absolutely nothing to add to the plot, and yet he survived. They could have chosen any other character to survive, but they chose him. I have no complaints about the other survivors. Obviously, Kyoko, she's very useful, very important. She plays a huge part in the story. She survived. Makoto, he's the protagonist. Byakuya, the asshole that survives. Whatever, I'm okay with him. I'm surviving. And then Toko Fukawa, because she had a huge role in Ultra Despair Girls. But really? Really, Hagakure? I mean, why? He's so useless. Like, I can't imagine, like, me writing a story with all of these awesome characters, right? Whom I've put so much thought into writing them. Only for me at the end of the day to be like, yep, see this guy that did absolutely nothing to the plot and he's the dumbest character alive and he does absolutely nothing. I'm gonna make him survive because why not? Just no. He just doesn't deserve to be out there. Very, very forgettable. Whatever, he's there. Asahina. Asahina. You are gonna be in B. Yeah. I think she's I think she's cute. I like her talent. I like her obsession with donuts, and I love her dynamic with Sakura. That is the biggest highlight of her character in the game. Her whole relationship with Sakura. But that said, at the same time, again, that is her biggest highlight in the game. And I say it again because it is kind of detrimental to her because as a character by herself, Asahina, I feel like didn't really do much in the game. She is not that memorable. She doesn't really contribute too much to the game. Besides her being with Sakura, there really isn't much to her character in the game. I mean, she loves donuts and she carries on Sakura's wish after she dies, but as a character herself, that's that's it basically. She's not much really, so she's gonna stay there. Makoto, let's see. I prepare you over, I guess, these two. Your typical stereotypical protagonist who is so generic. He loves hope and he wants to defeat evil and he has a crush on a waifu and that's it. That's also his character. He's just there. He gets better in the anime, that's for sure, but as far as the games go, he's there. Yakuya. Hey. Love this man. I almost put him at S, but you know what? You're gonna no, you're gonna go down to A. He is the ultimate douchebag, and he does his job very well in that aspect. Oh my gosh, Byakuya, what an ultimate asshole. And I love him for it. You know what? I love him for it, so you're just gonna stay there. I love the fact that he doesn't even acknowledge Toko's feelings for him, because even an asshole like him knows how toxic that is. But yeah, okay. Do we have anybody else from the first game? I think not. I think this list is just an order, like in and of itself, right? Yep, it is. It is. I'm glad it is. Okay. Well, they have V3 before Ultra Despair Girls, but I'm gonna do Ultra Despair Girls before V3. Anywho, okay, second game. This is my tier list for the first game. We're not counting Wolfgang and obviously our precious Damien over here. Second game, Super Danganronpa 2. Goodbye Despair. Mahiru, I'll put you in C, baby. Actually no, I'll put you in indifferent. I forgot I had this tier list. I really don't have many thoughts about her. I don't hate her. I don't like her. She's just there. A lot of times I forget that she even exists. And I remember when I finished Danganronpa 2, like after a while, before I started V3, I even forgot there was a character called Mahiru until like my friend Leo started gushing over her out of nowhere. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess she's a character. I forgot. She's there, she exists, so she's there. I think her character is cute. Character design though. It's cute. I like that she's a photographer, but besides that, she's just there. Teru, another E character, another E contender. You are gonna stay there. There's really nothing much to say at this point. He's just weird. He's just a creep. He's horny and not in a good horny kind of way. He's just a creep, straight up. And he dies pretty early, so yeah, you can leave. The ultimate imposter. I'm gonna put you in indifferent too. Again, I don't really care much about him. We don't really know much about him. He dies too early before he reveals much about his talents as an imposter. When they revealed him as an ultimate imposter later on in the game, they made it sound like a big deal, but like it really didn't do anything. It didn't add anything to the plot. It kind of just existed, and then everybody forgot he's an ultimate imposter. So yeah, He's just here, and even in the anime, like they didn't really do much about him, so he's gonna stay there. Nekomaru Nidai, you're gonna go and be I prefer you over. Yeah, you're gonna be right behind Chihiro. First of all, he's hot. Second of all, that's it. There is no second of all. He's hot. I like that he's an Ultimate Team manager. I liked his dynamic with Akane. It wasn't my favorite, but it was kind of cool seeing just like two idiots have at it. But ever since he became an ultimate, not an ultimate robot, that's Kibo. Ugh, whoa, are you calling me not an ultimate robot? I exist, Luke. Okay, yeah, I see you right there. You're the ultimate robot. But ever since Nekomaru became a robot, everything just went downhill from there. Ugh, I wasn't a big fan of him after he became a robot. He was kind of just there to be a victim, and yeah, he's hot though. Mikan, sorry, you're even below these two. I do not care for Mikan at all. He was. They called her the ultimate nurse, but no, girl, she was the ultimate fan service. Okay, that's all she was basically. And chapter 3 was bad, obviously, because every chapter 3 is so weak for no reason at all. But nah, she's weird. I'm sorry. There's nothing I like about her. Her character design is bad. I don't like it. She just looks like a normal nurse, and that hair sucks. I know there's lore behind that hair, but I don't care. Okay, she's a fictional character. I'll put her wherever the hell I want to, but I just don't care about her at all. I really dislike fan service, and I mean, we typically grow numb to fan service the more anime we watch and the more anime style video games we play. But I mean, we just grow a little bit desensitized to them. But I can never like that stuff. Like, I would grow desensitized to it, but god dang, I cringe to it always. It's so unnecessary to have her be that big of a fan service. Oh, just stop. Just stop. Seriously. Oh my god. Okay, Pekko. We're gonna go and be I prefer you over Asahi. Actually, I prefer you over Nekomaru. Hmm, and Chihiro. And Mondo. Yeah, I like him more than everybody else in this tier. Um, it's unfortunate that she died in chapter 2 because when I saw her character design, oh god, I knew she was gonna be one of my favorites. Like, if she lived longer, she would have been an A for sure. But the thing, actually, I think her character arc concluded right where it should have. I think it was fine that she died in chapter 2. But besides everything else in her character, the thing that makes me put her in B is her whole way of thinking of her being a tool. She always called herself a tool, an object to her master. And I just didn't vibe with that at all. I was like, you need to stop. Because she was trying so hard to like convince everybody that she was a tool. And, if a tool committed murder, then it doesn't count. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Peko, that is the dumbest arguments you can make, like, ever. Are you serious? Just, God, that was such a dumb arguments for her to make. And I was like, you need to stop calling yourself a tool. Seriously, it's annoying. That whole thing just annoyed me so much about her character. I understand why, but god dang, she kept on repeating it every single sentence. Like, stop. But besides that, I love her character design so much. It's actually one of the best character designs in the game. You know what? One day, I'm gonna make a tier list because I have two different tier lists in mind besides ranking the characters. I want to rank characters based on their character designs only and only character designs. And I want to make another tier list where I rank everybody's ultimate talents because I don't remember seeing a tier list of ultimate talents at all. And if I have to be frank with you guys, I think the Danganronpa games don't utilize people's talents as much as they should. As much as they should have. Like, yes, there's like 5% of characters whose talents have like been shining so much in the games. But like the rest of the 95% of the characters only have their talents there because yes. Yeah. So I am gonna make a tier list of people's talents later and see where that goes. But yeah, Pico's gonna be right there. Gundam, I love you, Gundam. Gundam. What a great character. What an awesome character. Um, I will say I understood the message in chapter 4 that no matter what, you shouldn't give up on life so easily and all that stuff. But yeah, he could have executed his dialogue better in chapter 4. It was I'm pretty sure it must have been confusing for a lot of people. Like you would have to dig in and decipher his freaking dialogue to come to that conclusion of his message. But I feel like they should have definitely made it clearer, made his message much clearer in chapter 4, because you definitely had to sit down on that and think about what his message meant in chapter 4. But that was my only criticism. I really, really wish he lived. Not because I love Gundam, but I genuinely didn't think he was gonna die. When I saw him in the game, I didn't think he was gonna die at all. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a survivor because he's just this guy who's living in his own world, who just loves pretending he's evil incarnate, but you can tell he's a cinnamon roll inside. And I loved his relationship with Sonya so much. I really thought he was gonna survive. So in chapter 4, when they said he was the murderer, I was in shock. I did not think he was gonna die at all. My brain was still processing the fact that Gundam is gonna get executed. And I was sad about it. When the chapter ended, that lingered in my brain for quite a while. His death just stayed in my head for a while. I was in denial for quite some time. Anyway, Yoko. Actually, I'm gonna put you a little above Mikan. Not that it matters much, but easily the most annoying character in Danganronpa 2. I hate Mikan because she's like the epitome of fan service, but Yoko is just like a child. She's just a bratty child. Whatever, she's just a kid. Like, shut up. Stop thinking so highly of yourself before I kick you out a window. Like, seriously. My god, she's so bratty. And I'm like, as much as I hate Yoko, I feel like she should have lived longer. She had so much potential to grow. That's the thing. And I think they just wasted that. The thing about Danganronpa 2 is it's the game with the most questionable survivors, in my opinion. Akane should not have been a survivor. She was so dumb and useless and added nothing to the game. She was basically Danganronpa 2's Hagakure. She did absolutely nothing. She pissed me off in a lot of ways too. We'll get to that once I get to Akane. Who else? I could see Kazuichi surviving. Sonya should not have survived. I'm sorry. Like, she was funny as a character, and I liked her dynamic with Gundam and everything, but that was the only good thing her character was about. She did absolutely nothing else. So I feel like instead of either Akane or Sonya, they should have had Yoko be one of the survivors. She had a lot of potential to grow after Mahiru died, but they just cut her character depth so short in chapter 3. And I can't say if I'm happy about that or not, to be honest, because on one hand, I think in terms of writing, they could have gone further with her character, but on the other hand, I'm glad because I just never cared about her to begin with. So, YOLO, one way or another, I don't care. You can stay there. Ibuki, you're gonna go in A because you don't deserve to be anywhere else but A, girl. What a wholesome character. She brought nothing but a good energy to the group, and let me say this right now, her character design, god damn, it's gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen anybody who hated her character design. Like, she is so polished. They put so much effort in her character design only to kill her off in chapter 3. That's the thing that I was sad about. I was like, seriously, you put so much effort in designing this character just to kill her off in chapter 3. Okay. But yeah, she stays there. Love her. Monami, see, don't care. she wants to be Monokuma, but she's not. I guess, you've got the Despair Bear and the Hope Bear, but Monokuma does his job better than Monomi. Okay. Hajime. Hajime, ooh. He's a great protagonist. I am gonna put Hajime right here. And similarly, obviously Izuru Kamakura is gonna be here because at the end of the day, they are the same person. You can argue about that. You can make your own arguments. Whatever, that's up to you. If you don't think they are, that's up to you. I personally would think of it that way. They're the same person. But yeah, he's a huge upgrade from Makoto as a protagonist. Definitely the better mastermind. He's a better mastermind than Junko. So interesting, man, to know that you as the player have been playing as the quote-unquote mastermind the whole time. I just love that. I think it was great. And his whole insecurity that stemmed from not having a talent, it just made sense. His whole character path to becoming Izuru Kamakura just made so much sense from a character standpoint because he just felt inferior to everybody else while going to Hope's Peak. Everybody had talents, but he didn't, so naturally he would want more. And so he just got blinded by his inferiority complex, and his insecurities got the better of him, and he wanted to become, I guess, the ultimate everything, the ultimate hope, the ultimate everything. So that was great. Kazuichi, see, I actually prefer you over everybody here. I'll put you in C. Let me say this, his character design is awesome. I actually fuck with that character design so much, but that's all there is. That's all there is to him. He is just horny for Sonya. He's the ultimate mechanic, so he's been useful here and there. I commend him for that. But besides that, he's just dumb, and he's surviving when he's dumb. So yeah, I'm not complaining about him surviving. I think it makes sense, He's been useful in a couple scenarios, but I just don't like his personality. Fuyuhiko! A, bitch, and nothing else but A. God, this man has been oozing with character developments. Oh, I love him so much. Also, he's the ultimate Yakuza. Naturally, he plays all the Yakuza game just like I did. So, he must be a big Yakuza fan, and we are gonna get along together so fun. Yeah, we would get along together so much. And he would probably fanboy about Goro Majima because he decided to wear an eye patch later. Probably just to be Majima in a Danganronpa universe. Yes, that's the headcanon I'm going with, and nobody's gonna convince me otherwise. But on a more serious note, though, gosh, the whole character developments after Peko died was so good. Ah, I feel like this is why I also wanted Hiyoko to live, because she despised Fuyuhiko for being responsible for Mahiru's death. And I feel like if she lived on, they could have clashed in multiple ways, whether it was in a bad way or a good way. I would have loved to see him and Hiyoko start off with a bad relationship, like, look, it's Mahiru's killer. And they would not get along for a while, but eventually something happens in a plot where they both come together and they finally get along. And I would have loved to see that happen, but no, they cut that short by killing Hiyoko off. Nagito! Oh my god, where do I put Nagito? I'm gonna put him in B. I think I think I'm one of the few characters, one of the few people who don't have a strong opinion about Nagito. Because every time I talk to somebody, they either love Nagito or they hate his guts. There was never anything in between, and in my opinion, he's just there. And not because of character writing. I do think he made Danganronpa 2 a lot better than it would have been without him. He played a huge role in there. I think they've done so well creating his character and just like involving him with the main plot. Case 5 was something else. It is still one of my favorite cases till this day from the second game. That said, just him as a character with his personality, and I just don't vibe with him, so he's gonna be there. Yeah. Hey there. I think you're cool though. I think he's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I like him. I really do. That's what B is for. I like them. I just think he could have. Mm, no, I don't think he could have been written better. I take that statement back. I just don't vibe with him more. That's it. Akane, I'm gonna put you above everybody else here. But yeah, you're gonna be in D, honey. The most useless character in Danganronpa 2. She did not deserve to be one of these survivors. She contributed absolutely nothing, not a single thing to the main plot, and somehow they decided to keep her alive. She, I guess people could say she's quote unquote carrying on Nekomaru's wishes or whatever, but no, she's not even doing that. Are you kidding me? She's too dumb to even remember doing that. Um, and I even remember, like, I remember there was a scene where Fuyuhiko pulled her aside in the funhouse to like talk to her, and he was trying to connect with her in a sense that oh, I lost Peko and I understand how it feels to lose somebody close to you, so if you ever want to talk to somebody about it, like, I'm here. But she's like, that was supposed to be a very serious moment when we were eavesdropping on that. I was like, oh my god, this is such a cool moment. But god, the moment was just ruined when she didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. She's like, yeah, what are you talking about? Why do you mean? I'm like, seriously, Akane, you don't even understand something that basic? Like, that pissed me off so much. She is so airheaded. She is so stupid. She can't even connect to anybody because of what happened to Nekomaru, somebody who's very close to her. No, and she never learned from her mistakes. She never grew as a character. That's my thing. I love seeing character arcs and character growth or character deterioration, if you will. Whatever it is, if done right. But Nekomaru has defended her a couple times, but she never learned from that mistake. Like I remember the first time she fought with Monokuma, something happened, consequences of her own actions, did not learn from it, she did it again. Like, why? Why do you not learn from your own mistakes? It's she pisses me off as a character so much. She doesn't have any kind of character depth to her at all, whether it's character growth or character, I would like to call it deterioration. But no, nothing, not a single contribution to the main story. Like, if you don't want to contribute to the main story, at least be an interesting character, you know? But she's not even that, so yeah, she stays there. Sonia, oh, I am indifferent about you. She's there. Hang on. Yeah, go here. Yeah, she kind of just exists. Actually, yeah. She made me crack a little bit. She made me laugh a little bit here and there because she can be funny sometimes, but I really don't have a big opinion on her. The ultimate princess, her talent is so useless. She does nothing to the game besides being cute with Gundam, which, by the way, that is still very cute. I love their dynamic together, but besides that, like, there's really nothing much to her character. She's like a crime mystery enthusiast. Yeah. Nothing. Chiaki. Let me see. Hmm. I'll put you here, Chiaki. I like Chiaki. Everybody likes Chiaki. She deserves to be here. Um, gosh, where can I begin? Where do I even start? Of course, her contribution to the main plots, Chef's Kiss. Um, I love that as an ultimate gamer, they didn't make being a gamer her whole personality. They didn't try to force it on us just like they do with Cassidy. I mean, I've talked about it earlier, but her being a gamer doesn't feel forced upon us, you know? They're not forcing her to be an ultimate waifu for us just because she's a gamer or whatever. It just so happens to be her talent, you know? And I love her for it. I would love to game with her. I would be her best buddy in real life. She's awesome. I love her character design. She is so, so sweet, but at the same time, she is such a lazy person. She is such a sleepyhead, and I find that cute. I found that really cute. But No, her whole relationship with Hajime, her being an NPC was so heartbreaking, but ah, she left a huge impact on Hajime as a character, and I love her for it. Yeah, awesome character. Ryoma, I'll put you in B actually. Hmm, yeah. If Ryoma's character design was normal, if he looked as normal as everybody else, I would have put him in S, bro. S. Either at the top of A or S minus. Because his personality is so beautiful. By the way, that deep voice, oh my god, he can read a story to me anytime he wants. But just for the character design alone, you're gonna go in B. I don't like that character design at all. You can stay there. But other than that, I thought his character was intriguing. I thought his whole thing of like not having anybody care about him was so sad, but gosh, he was such a memorable character. I could not forget him. And I'm sad that they designed him the way he is. They definitely could have made him look like a normal person. But yeah. Angie, see? Um you there. I think they could have done a lot better with her character. They wanted to make her this like antagonistic figure, but you would understand her actions. And I understand her actions. Like she was trying to protect everybody in her own twisted way, you know? But of course, everything was cut short by killing her in chapter 3, which I'm so happy. So happy, what the fuck? I'm so happy she's gone in chapter 3. I didn't really care that much about her. Um she just loves forcing Atsuwa down everybody's throats, and I did not like that. I didn't appreciate it, so you're gonna stay there. I do love her character design, though. I think it's pretty cute. Ah, Rentaro! Yeah, you are my favorite of the B characters. I would have put Rentaro in S had he had more relevance to the story and more screen time. Like I said earlier, I understand him dying as a first victim, just to kind of like play with your head and everything like that. But man, they really painted him to be somebody who's important, that even after his death, you're gonna learn a lot more about him. He's still gonna be relevant. But no, turns out you only learn he's the ultimate survivor after his death, and he's back to being irrelevant. And yeah, I love his character design. Him as a person, I would easily put him in S. Easily, I would put him over here. He would have been one of my favorite characters. But again, just the way his character writing went in terms of the direction in the main plot, I did not like that at all. So he's gonna be in B. Korekiyo, actually, he's on par with Jinko. I don't care. I actually thought his character was very interesting. Oh wait, I just realized we were done with. Wait, go back. Actually, no, I'll keep you here since I've already done you. I just realized we're done with Danganronpa 2's characters, and I was starting with V3. Okay, I guess we've been doing V3. I'll I'll take a break from this because I will do Ultra Despair Girls and the anime, and then I'm gonna go on V3. So, well, I've already done them, so I might as well just keep them here. Actually, you know what? No, I'll put you guys back, and then I'll put you back where you came from over here later on. So let's start with Ultra Despair Girls, because I said I'm gonna go in chronological order. Well, not chronological order, but more so the order of release. Yeah, let's do that. The order of release. How about that? So we'll do Ultra Despair Girls, then the anime, and then V3. Yeah. Okay. So Ultra Despair Girls, I'll be real with you. Like 95% of the characters, I did not care about them. So most of these are gonna go in C, D, and E. I'll be real with you. So Kurokuma, see, this guy, I forgot his name. He's voiced by the same person who voiced Maki in V3. Um, actually, for him, I'm actually a little bit indifferent. I think he's better than everybody else. So yeah, he's there. But again, he's still a bratty kid, so he's gonna stay there. Jotaro, I think his name, I think that's his name, whatever. I forgot, and I don't even care about remembering his name. This guy, Asahina's brother, I think his name is Yuta or Yuya or whatever. I think Yuya. He died. He appeared for like 5 seconds and then died. So you are just gonna be an E because I don't even know you, brother. So you can stay there. Komaru, I'm gonna put her in B. I think she's very pretty. She's definitely better than her brother because I like her whole, character developments growing from this really weak person to somebody who's capable and strong and leader like. And I love her relationship with Toko. Easily the best thing in that godforsaken game. Oh my god, I hated Ultra Despair Girl so much. It could have been so much better. But no, it was just bad. It was just a bad game. It was only fun for like a couple seconds when you get to control a Danganronpa game in a different manner. Like, oh my god, we're not stuck somewhere. We can actually shoot something here and there, and it's a different gameplay. That's so much fun until you realize the story is utter shit and the characters are even shittier. So, yeah. But yeah, their relationship was the highlight of the game, and she's a B. I forgot her name. Hagakura's mom. Indifference. Again, I mean, she's a great person, but the only memorable thing about her is that she's hot and that she's Hagakura's mom. And I mean, she is very hot, but yeah, I'll just keep you there. Nothing else. This kid, D, you, I guess I prefer you over them. You there? This guy, Chihiro's dad. You know what, Chihiro's dad, just because you're Chihiro's dad, even though you appeared for like 5 minutes, you're gonna go in indifference because you're Chihiro's dad. You're gonna be there. You're not gonna be, actually, you're gonna be here. Yeah. You're not gonna be anything above that because Hagakura's mom is hotter than you. I'm sorry, but yeah, you're saying there. Monica, E. Um, I hate her even more than I hate Junko. Uh, I hate Mikan more though, so you're gonna stay there. Actually, I hate them both equally. Yeah, you both suck. You can stay there. Literally, she's so annoying. And she's just a bratty child, so she's gonna stay there. Shirokuma. Again, you guys are basically the same. I don't really care. So you're gonna stay there. Yeah, Ultra Despair Girls characters, literally the worst. I don't even know what they were thinking with these characters. Okay, let's go with the future arc. Danganronpa 3 future arc. I don't remember most of these characters' names, and I will tell you most of these are either gonna go C, different, indifferent, or B. Some of them are gonna go less than that. Great Gozu, I think your name is, do you deserve to be in C or lower? I think I'm gonna put you lower, just because, like, we don't know you. You died so early. Mitorai, I'm gonna put you in C, probably above Mukuro. Yeah. He's had some good screen time, I guess, in the anime, but his character just it was just there. I didn't really care much about him. I think his name is Koichi. I really like this guy. This guy's gonna go and B. His character design is really hot. I would hook up with him. No questions. No questions asked. I would hook up with this man. Um, I think his sacrifice for Kyoko was very heartbreaking. He's a chill dude. Um, Again, the characters in Danganronpa 3 Future Arc specifically did not really have enough character depth, not enough screen time. And again, it would be very hard to do that in like what was it, 12 episodes from the anime? It would have been pretty hard to do that. I acknowledge that, but nah, like they at the end of the day nobody had much screen time for me to put them anything above B. There's only one person that I'm gonna put above B. I'm gonna put that person in A. We're gonna get to it in a bit. This robot girl that we never saw alive because she was controlled by like what was it, Monica or Junko, one or the other. You can go there. Ruka E. You're as terrible as these two right in front of you. I hate you guys equally. Oh my god, she is literally the bitchiest character in the game. I mean, in the anime. Izayoi. I love your talent. Again, you're the ultimate blacksmith. Just like Ingrid's talent. Your character design's awesome. I would have put you in A because of your talent and your character design, because they're both so badass. But because you love Ruruka, you're going in C, buddy. I'm gonna put you above everybody else, though. Yeah. This guy, Bandai, I think. Yeah, go there. You're the first person who died. Okay, Juza, this is the man that's gonna go in A for me. I'm gonna put him above. Yeah, probably not above Fuyuhiko. I don't know, actually. You know what? Yeah, I like him more than Fuyuhiko. I. This is why the other characters in Future Arc did not have screen time. It's because Juzo over here stole all the screen time from them. No. He's one of the very few characters, probably the only one from the new characters in the anime who got the screen time that they deserved. Oh my god, he is literally the best. I love him. First of all, he's the ultimate boxer, easily. Um, that definitely knocks him up there with like Sakura, because that's a form of martial arts. But this man, his character design is so hot, and he's queer. I relate to that. He's attracted to men. I relate to that. So I love connecting with characters, and I definitely connected with Juzo in that aspect. So I would put him there. But god damn, it was so sad. His character is so sad. His sacrifice for Munakata. I could never forget about that. Oh my god, dude. When he died, I could not forget about that episode for a very long time. It really broke me. Oh my god. I mean, I knew he was not gonna survive, but dude, why? Why do you have to go? Tengen, screw you. You're gonna go in D. I don't even know anything about you, dude. You're gonna stay there. Seiko, you're better. I will put you in B, actually. I liked her. I think she didn't deserve anything that Ruruka put her through. So, for that reason, she's gonna be there. Munakata, meh. I don't have a big opinion on him. You're just gonna stay there. Whatever. Chisa, she's a wasted potential. She's definitely one of the wasted potentials there. I'm gonna put her in indifferent though. Um, could have been worse, could have been better. That's the thing about her character. Um, yeah, I mean, they turned her into despair very quickly. So there's really not much to say about her. She's gonna stay there. Okay, now we are gonna go to V3, but before we do that, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Alright, back to it. Whew, let's get this done. Ah, two more games. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, just an FYI, by the way, I'm gonna be putting all of my favorites over here, and at the very end, when I'm done with the entire list, I'm gonna decide who between my favorites I'm gonna be putting above, like, my favorites between all of the games. Okay, so Rentaro was in B. We're doing V3 now. I know Kyo was like in B, I think. Yeah, he was like right next to Junko. So yeah, it doesn't matter. He's there. Yeah. When I first started V3, I actually thought Kyo was a very interesting character. I still love his character design. I thought his personality pre chapter 3 was great. And then the trial kind of happened. I think the whole incest plot twist in chapter 3 was so unnecessary. It literally added nothing to the plot. You could have just made him someone insane and that's it. But no, you just had to like bring incest in there and show us a whole CG with him and his sister. That was so messed up. So no, you're staying there. Kirumi, you're gonna be in B. Where do I put you? Right before Echo. I love your character design. I have a soft spot for Kurumi just because she is basically 2B. She is definitely 2B. Their character designs are so similar. Their personalities can be similar. In a sense, at first they can be similar, but we later learn that Kirumi's characters couldn't be much more different than 2B's. But no, I love her talent. I love how badass she is, but I wish she could have made it longer, but I mean, her character ended pretty early, you know. She died in chapter 2, so we couldn't see much more of her for the main plot, so she's just gone. Also, her execution is easily the most memorable one in my opinion. It is the cruelest one, but by far, in the canon games at least. So yeah, you say there. Shuichi, in my opinion, um, across all the canon Danganronpa games, he is the best protagonist. I'm gonna put him. Hmm, yeah, right here. He's gonna be right before Rentaro. Ooh. See, that's why I'm so biased against Rentaro. Like, no matter how little screen time he had in the game, I can't put any of the characters here, before him because at the end of the day, I like him, you know, and I think he's hella attractive. So yeah, but no, Shuichi easily the best Danganronpa protagonist. Minus Project Eden's Garden. I'm not looking at that right now. I'm talking about the canon games. He's the best one. It just felt so right to play as an ultimate detective. Because, naturally he's gonna be smart, he's gonna be really good at deductions, good at investigations, he's the ultimate detective, he knows what he's doing. So us playing as an ultimate detective felt fitting, for him to be the character we control in trials just feels so fitting. He just naturally feels smarter than a lot of other characters, and I love that about him. I love his character growth too after Kaede died and he lived on for her, and his character growth, just like him slowly becoming more confident in himself because of Kaede and Kaito and Maki around him. I just found that so beautiful about his character. Speaking of Kaede, you're gonna go and be uh bu- 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 I would put you right after Chihiro. Again, she was an awesome protagonist when she was. Maybe some people would think that she's flawless, like she had to die because she is so perfect or whatever. But I don't think she's a flawless character. She's not perfect at all. If not, she couldn't be far from it. Oh my god, like she succumbed under the pressure of having to find the mastermind, and she panicked, and in her state of panic she had to resort to any kind of way she could use to find the mastermind. And she even said herself in the trial that she would utilize anything just to find the mastermind, even the class trial. And that meant, using the people around her to find the mastermind. But I just like that she's flawed as a quote unquote protagonist, and she left a huge, huge impact on Shuichi as a character. And I think she looks cute. I like her character design and her ultimate talent because I also play the piano too. It's an Asian thing, haha, very stereotypical. Yes, it is. It is very stereotypical for an Asian dude to be playing the piano. But I love the piano. It's awesome. And I like that she's the pianist. I love her little piano hairpins over there. So yeah, she's gonna stay in B. Tamugi, I don't care about you. You're also gonna go on the yeah. I don't care. Again, I understand where they were going with her character, right? They're like, hey, look at this plain lady who loves talking about how plain she is, but guess what? The plain character turns out to be the mastermind, except she is still boring, even as a mastermind. Like, you do understand that you can make a character be revealed as a mastermind, but you can still have them be interesting before that revelation, right? But they didn't do anything with her character before the revelation of her being a mastermind. She was just there. She didn't do any contributions. She just cried about everything basically, and she just existed. She didn't do anything besides be a mastermind in the end, and you could have done so much more with her character before that whole reveal, but that didn't happen, so she's kind of just there. I don't care really. Gonta, you're gonna be a B. I will put you uh right there. He's just a pure sweetheart. And I get why he's an idiot. I understand because of the way he grew up and everything, so it's kind of hard for him to, acclimate the way that normal people would. That said, it does get under my nerves sometimes. But again, he's just a gentle giant. I hated how Kokichi used him in multiple ways. Goddamn. Poor Gonta. The way he died in chapter 4 was so heartbreaking, but he's just cute, and I really, really wanted him to survive. I really did, because he was just so innocent. But nope, he's dead because of this piece of shit, which, by the way, you are gonna go in right here. Yeah, you're gonna join your master, Nagito, the guy you learned everything from. But yeah, he's an awesome villain. Amazing, amazing antagonist. Obviously, in terms of writing, he would be so high up, like probably S, because his writing is so good. But nah, I just don't vibe with him. I don't vibe with characters like him. And by that, I mean like bratty children, because he's literally a child. He's literally a child, and he's bratty, and I just don't vibe with characters like that. Yeah. As opposed to Fuyuhiko, who was much more chill, and he had an amazing character arc. Kokichi, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what kind of reasons I can come up with. I don't think I have any. He's just somebody I don't vibe with. I like his whole villainish personality. I like villains. I love villains more than I do heroes. But he just didn't do it for me. I don't know why or what it was about him. He just didn't do it for me. Mio! Easy A, baby. Easy A. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Right here. I love her. I love you. I love her. She is awesome. uh she's an asshole. But she's an asshole that I can't hate. I think that like most of Danganronpa fans love her. She's just a spirit animal. She's my spirit animal. She's so horny and like a very funny and relatable way to like I feel the same way as Mew does to like so many of these characters. I feel that way about Wolfgang. I feel that way about Jean. I feel that way about Rentaro, Desmond and Kai or whatever. Yeah, like She's my spirit animal, and she curses a lot, which I do a lot with my friends. I'm pretty sure a lot of you do within the circle of your friends. But she's just funny. Oh my god, she's amazing. That's it. She's an amazing asshole, and she deserves to be there. Maki, S. S, 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 S. Ah, easily the best character from V3. Easily my favorite character from V3, and I don't want to say it now. I'll wait until I put all my favorites there. I was about to say, like, she might be my favorite Danganronpa character. Let me put all my favorites there first. But yeah, I love the whole revelation of her being an ultimate assassin. That was such a badass talent. Ah, it's such a badass talent. She is so athletic. Obviously, that would align well with being a martial artist. She's so good at combat. I am such a sucker for that. I'm such a sucker for combatants. Ah, but she's very athletic. I love her personality. I love characters like Maki, where they just look so distant and they just have this very deadly aura about them, and everybody is scared of them because of who they are. But at the end of the day, she just like opens up more. She just comes out of her shell to trust people. And I love that. I love characters like her a lot. And she just, God, I'm so happy that she survived. Throughout the whole game, I was like, please, Maki, don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. And Chapter 5 in V3 was so touching. The way she confessed to Kaido just got to me. It got me so emotional. Oh my god. Her whole relationship with Kaido was so awesome. They are easily my favorite ship. Kaido and Maki is easily my favorite ship in all of the canon Danganronpa games. Quote unquote canon. Emphasis on that, because, yeah. But that is my favorite ship. I love their whole dynamic together. I love her as a character. I love her character design because her character design is not too complicated. And I guess you could argue and say that it's bland because she's literally just like wearing the school uniform or whatever. And I could totally see that. I would understand if you feel that way. But I don't know what it is. I just really like her character design. It might just be the color scheme, the color palettes that are going on with her design and everything. But I'm a sucker for characters like her. I love her hair. I am a huge fan of characters with red eyes. Obviously, there's gonna be exceptions here and there, but if a character has red eyes, I might have my eyes on them at the very beginning. And in Maki's case, she just stuck with me till the very end. And I love her for that. Everything about her character is so good. I love her so much. Oh, I couldn't be any happier that she's my favorite. Okay, Tenko. Tenko is one of the few exceptions that even though she is some kind of martial artist, I don't think I would place her high. I prefer her over Kazuichi and you. I will put her in C. Um, I love her character design a lot. I think it's awesome. It's better than Maki's, that's for sure. But she's not gonna go anywhere else other than C. Again, I'm just not a big fan of characters that are just simps for other characters, and she was just doing it in a very creepy way, in my opinion. Maybe not creepy, but definitely annoying, where she doesn't understand personal boundaries. Like, she couldn't get the hint that Himiko wanted nothing to do with her, and even then she kept on persisting to be her friend, if not more, because I do think that Tenko had feelings for Himiko based on the way she would talk about her and look at her. But no, she just kept like following her around and bothering Himiko, even though Himiko made it very clear from the get-go that she didn't want to be her friend. So I just don't like characters like that. First of all, simps or whatever, but she just took it to the next level, and I didn't appreciate that. I do understand her whole message behind, like, you need to be very expressive, you should be open with your feelings and all of that stuff. I understand that. Definitely. I love that message. I follow that message. But I mean, she took it very, very seriously. She was, let's just say she's very passionate about that because clearly she doesn't know personal boundaries. She Oh my god, I just found that so annoying about her. I'm sorry, like that part about her was so annoying. So she's gonna stay there, and yeah, I do love that she's also a martial artist though. Uh, okay, Kibo, indifferent. I don't care about him that much. I don't love or hate him. He's just gonna stay there. Nothing else to say. Hey Miko, you're gonna stay right here. I do not care about you. You and Ruruka. I hate her so much. Again, like I mentioned before, a character being evil is not necessarily the deciding factor for me to hate them. She was just so annoying. Oh my god. And yeah, I know she got her own character development or whatever, but at that point it was too late for me to like her. Like the damage was already done, especially in chapter 2 where like someone literally died and she would keep insisting that her magic is real. Like, girl, you're in a class trial. I don't understand why you keep wanting to hide your quote unquote magic tricks. Like, just reveal it, girl. Reveal it. Shut up. Get over it. We're trying to like figure out why this person died. That's why we're trying to learn your trick. And she's like, no, it's real magic, bro. I am gonna slap you so hard, take your magician's hat off of you, and throw you out my window. I'm just saying. So annoying. But yeah, and I'm just not a big fan of her personality, you know. Her whole yeah lines just I just didn't vibe with them at all. She's not my cup of tea. She's also just a child, so I don't really care. You're gonna stay there. Kaito. Kaito. Actually, hmm. I think I like him equally to Mew and Gundam. I think I like these three very equally. Yeah, I like them equally. They would be on the same tier for me. Yeah. He is Shuichi's bro. He's done so much contribution for Shuichi to grow as a character, and him himself as a character just holds so much influence. He's so awesome. The confidence that he has, even though he's a dumb idiot, the confidence he has, he's so inspiring. His little positive energy. He's just been such a huge inspiration on Maki and Shuichi, and he helped them a lot as characters to overcome the mastermind at the end of chapter 6. And he just played a huge role in that aspect. I love the fact that he perished before Monokuma could execute him. That was such a nice move. Thank you, Kaido. That was so satisfying. Again, his whole relationship with Maki, I dig that so much. I love them so much, and uh I'm sad he died, but I don't complain about it, you know, like I just didn't see him surviving, especially after he got close with Maki and Shuichi. Okay, Monokubs, I don't care. You're all gonna go and see because I don't really care about any of you. There you go. It's funny because I still prefer them over Akane, like over the people from this tier. But yeah, they're still there. Yeah, that would be my characters from V3. Now we are gonna go back to Eden's Garden, except this time the tier is probably gonna change depending on, you know, where I'll put them based on these characters. That said though, let me look. Hang on. Let me download this real quick. Just so I can see this on the profile. And then I'm gonna put you over here. I'm trying to remember my tier. Yep, from Eden's Garden. Yeah, that was a very quick way for me to access this image. Um, just so I can use this as a reference and I don't forget where I'm putting everybody. Wait, just to make this easy on everybody so everybody can see, I am just gonna look at this from my phone and we're gonna go back. Okay, so what do we have here? Obviously Desmond and Kai were all the way up. Hang on. Images. Where's Desmond? There he is. I can't scroll up. Okay. There we go. You're gonna go over here. I'll do all the arrangements for the S characters once I'm done. So, Kai, you're gonna go over there too. Where else? Winona was an A. Would she still be an A? Yes. But where would I put you? I like you over here, right before Fuyuhiko. And then Grace, same thing. I think I prefer Grace over Gundam, so she would stay there. I actually prefer Diana over Gundam too. I like her and Grace equally. Well, no, I like Grace a bit more. Yeah. So Diana, you're gonna stay there. Damon, do I prefer Damon over Gundam? So far, not really. So he's gonna stay there. And then Ingrid was an A, but where would I put you, girl? I'm gonna put you. Yeah, you're just gonna stay there. I think I prefer everybody else over Ingrid. Um, Tozu was in B. So would he still be where he is? Yep. I will put you right there. Yeah, I think that's a good little too. Actually, no. I'm putting him before Hajime. I do really like Tozu. I think he's charming. I don't know what y'all say. I think he's charming. Who else do we have? We have Jean. That was in B. Ooh, where would you go, Jean? Hmm. I'll put him right before Gundam. I mean Gonta. Yeah, before Gonta. I think that's a good one. Ulysses would. Ah, Ulysses would go after Kaede. Yeah, I think it goes. He goes after Kaede. That works fine. Fucking Wolfgang. Obviously, he's gonna have his own tier. This roller coaster of a character. He's staying there. And then Mara was indifferent, so yeah, you're gonna stay there. I'm very indifferent about you. I'm also indifferent about Mark, so you're gonna be there. For the indifferent characters, I don't think it matters much where I put them, because again, I'm indifferent about them. Who else did we have? We had Eloise in C, so I will put you right after Angie. And then Ava, um, I just realized in my initial tier I didn't order the characters in C because I do prefer Ava more than Eloise, so I actually will put Ava here. Yeah, I prefer Ava there. Jet, yeah, I don't really care much. You're gonna go after Eloise. And then we have Toshiko in D. She would definitely still be in D. Although I do prefer her over everybody else in this tier. I do think she's more endearing than literally all of these freaking characters. And then Cassidy. Um Cassidy. I hate this girl so much, but she's more tolerable than all of these down, I think. So yeah, I will keep her over here. Okay. So this is my Danganronpa the ultimate. Oh wait, no. We're not done. We're not done. Damien, where are you? Get back. Cuz I'm going to save this. Oh god, wait. Damien, get back. Yes, sir. Um let's go. You're supposed to be here, my guy. Now we got to choose who goes up there. Maki. Desmond and Kai. Would I put Desmond and Kai there so far? I think so far I would put them above Sakura and Kyoko, but because we haven't finished Project Eden's Garden, I can't put them as the best. I would have probably put the both of them here actually. But the thing that holds me back is the fact that we haven't finished Project Eden's Garden, so their characters could go so many different directions that I can't tell at the moment because we haven't finished anything. So, just to be safe, I'm gonna keep them in S right now. And then once we finish the game, obviously I'm gonna redo all my tier lists to, you know, rearrange Project Eden's Garden's characters. That doesn't mean that I don't love them because I love all these for with all my heart and soul. I love them. I think they're great. Uh, yeah. Overall, Maki's the best. Again, this could change depending on how Kai and Desmond's character changes throughout Project Eden's Garden. Because I really want to put them up here so badly. Because so far, I love them so much. I love them far more than I do Sakura and Kyoko. I really, really do. But I can't really put them as the best at the moment. I can't. I haven't finished the game, so it's not a safe bet, is what I'm saying. So I'll keep them here at the moment, and it could easily change between these two once Eden's Garden finishes. But yeah, there you have it. Maki, best girl, best Danganronpa character, as she should be. And this is my list. Let me download it so that the image pops up here. Oh my god, it is. Yep, you can't see it. But yeah, that is my tier list, and that should be it. If anybody got offended by this, I'm gonna say this right now, I don't care. Get offended. This is my tier list, and I'm gonna put the characters wherever I want to put them. I understand everybody has their own opinions, so you can go ahead and make your own tier list. I will not judge you or your tier list at all. In fact, I love seeing people's different tier lists and their own different opinions. That's one of the charming things about Danganronpa is that there's so many characters, so many different personalities and different character designs that, you know, would cater to different kinds of people's tastes, you know, and I love that for it. Um, so yeah, this is my character tier list. Whether you liked it or whether you disliked it, it is gonna be the way it is so far. Um, yeah, this took a while. I didn't think it was gonna take this long, but it did. But I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I did. I do want to do different tier lists later. Like I've mentioned before, I want to do a tier list based on character designs only and ultimate talent. So I'll do those at some point. But tomorrow, I'm gonna be finishing my edits, my video edits for my Eden's Gardens Chapter 1 live stream because I did like gather or condense the video. I got some highlights, I put them in there, my reactions to like important moments and plot twists, and I gathered them in one video. And it's definitely less than an hour long, so I'm happy about that. And I'll be done with it tomorrow, hopefully early enough so I can post it as soon as I'm done. If not, I'm gonna finish editing that tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be posting it on, when is it? Thursday, like the day after. So, yeah, right before the weekend begins, just expect to see that video at some point. That should be it. I guess have a good day or night, depending on what your time zone is, and I will be